start. I wonder if I'll ever figure out how to make that stop popping up. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Gray here. We're back. It's day number 475 of the free-to-play account series here in Marvel Future Fight. I hope you're all doing spectacular. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with me today to play some of this game. We got another crazy live stream lined up for you today. We got that chest, bro. You guys had to tell me. I didn't even know it was in my inbox this morning. I was like, what? We got a CTP? So we're going to open that Reforged CTP chest. We'll pick a chat channel together. This time we'll pick the channel before I touch anything, I swear. Yo, Spider, thanks so much for the rubies. I just looked that up, how that works. It's crazy, the jewels and stuff. What a weird system. But thanks, bro, for the goat. And also thanks for the membership, man. KT and Kush, thanks for the membership, bro. Appreciate you. But before we get into any of that stuff, what's going on, Italic? Good to see you, man. KT3, what's up? Hamid, what's going on? O's, what's up? Trying to throw me off, changing your name. Ooh, I see you. What's up, INL? Thanks for being here, as always. What's up, Charlie? What's up, Free to Play God? What's up, Peter? What's going on, everybody? What's up, Ibithas? Ibthias? Ibtihas? That's an interesting name, if that's a name. Ibtihas? Ibtias? Don't know how you say that. Good one. What's up? What's up, Doom? Yo, I meant to message you back, bro. I agree, man, but, you know, just felt like redundant, like repetitive, you know what I mean? Like less varied information and more of the same thing over and over again, but still greatly appreciated for someone like me, all the same. Callan, what's up, man? What's up, Simon? What's going on, guys? Did you just give me green juice? Oh, thanks. What's up, green juice? Who else is Joe? What's up, John? What's going on, man? What's up, Monkey? What's up, everybody? New enemy. What's happening? I think I'm gonna start missing people here. What's up, Spider? What's up, Chaos? What's going on? G Varun, what's up, dude? That is, whoa. Gilhermeal lives? That feels like a bunch of words put together that are like missing a letter. But what's up? All right, guys, let's get into this thing. All right, let's get some rewards. We got a bunch of stuff to do. It's gonna be a crazy live stream. Oh, and we're gonna do account help at the end of the stream as well. Of course, but we'll wait till my wife leaves so she doesn't have to hear me saying that. Because if you think it's bad for some of you guys, imagine being my wife who has no interest in this game. She could probably tell you what CTP to put on Luna Snow. Let's just put it that way. And she doesn't even know what a CTP is. All right, let's see what's going on in the dispatch shop. Ooh, normally I would, but today I won't. We don't have any gold, man. We're still so gold broke. Bear with me while we run around. We'll grab some rewards. We'll go over the events really quick, and then we'll open the refill promptly after that. But you guys know me, infinite well of patience. I figure we'll wait for a couple people to get here, just in case we get something spicy out of that chest. We ain't donating still, man. I'm just really want to get gore done, so we're gonna hold off on spending our gold out. And we'll just be a beggar and just take a bunch of stuff instead of giving anything. Oh, I think we're gonna be limited on gold, so we're not gonna be like using any of the BAM really, because we'll be behind on gold, so we might as well stock up on stuff for more cards and things like that in the future. Okay, let's see. Let's send our assemble points. Woo! Come on, game, you can do it. Go off on energy, and we're gonna jump in the inbox here really quick. We're gonna leave that alone. This is crazy. You know what? Let's just come back to the inbox. Let's go ahead and do the events really quick. Get that done. We do have a couple things to talk about on the forums. And the first thing we'll talk about is the new events really quick. Let's just rip so we got the this week's events for Gods and the God Butcher update. We got the standard P card / CTP / Rune of Return event. Most people should be going for the P card here to be working on your cards. But yeah, this looks standard. Nothing different here. I saw somebody being like disappointed that they couldn't get 2 rewards. Like, oh, that was just an anniversary thing. You think? Yeah. So not to be mean, but like they can't give us everything all the time, guys. The anniversary wouldn't be special if they didn't double things up. So back to the standard event where you can just get the P card or whatever. Very good. And then a little remainder tokens for crystal book spending mission. Not the time for this, and this ain't the one, man. If you were desperate to pick up Multiverse Saga, no, still maybe don't. Still maybe just wait. This is a significantly worse crystal spending bonus mission than the one we get during the anniversary and Black Friday. This does not have like the uniform ticket and stuff like that. I don't even think it has the Mega Tier 2 ticket, boys. Aye. So yeah, crystal bait for sure. We got the ranked battle for Valkyrie coming at you. 3 crystals, better than taking your crystals. We got the gold special store, and we got no gold. What's up, Nadar? What's going on? Bro, but who's going to complain every single forum post without him? You know what I'm talking about, INL? Who is going to fill that role? We got no gold, but that's okay, because you don't need much to do this. Chests are still pretty buns. Energy is great. Boost points are great. There's boost points? No, just energy. Yeah, boost points and energy. That's mainly all that is. Surprise adamantium gift chest, yay. And then the thing we actually got to talk about here. We got the custom gear growth support event. So this is the standard event where we get the all CTP chance up from the store. But this is like weird. So first of all, that just dawned on me. This isn't an unequipped discount. This is the actual like shop discount for gambling on CTPs, right? But in addition to that, and the super success chance up, am I tripping? Don't we normally get like an unequipped discount, not the actual like chance up in gambling? Or am I just can't read? Is the unequipped discount in here and I just can't read? Anyways, you get increased chance up from gambling. You get the super success chance up to 21%. It's also throwing me because we just had this. And then new max points required for a guaranteed Reforged super success reduced from 30 to 35. Awesome. I have some questions about this. I was watching Beast this morning and people were like going back and forth wondering if this is going to be a permanent change or a temporary change. I think this is just for this event. Otherwise, I don't think they would have posted it in this particular event flyer. And the way I think this works is basically, this is weird Netmarble thinking from what I can tell. Essentially, you would never, ever reforge for a Brilliant unless this was running. And also, INL, ba-boom, we're getting there, brother. You betcha. I would assume this is going to be an ongoing thing. If you're already at 45, you get it, Nadar. So basically the way this works, yeah, I'm hoping Doom, that's what I'm hoping for. And if they do that, I'm hoping that this is a recurring monthly event or maybe quarterly event. We'll see. I don't know if this is a one-time only, bait you into using all your CTPs before we drop a new CTP in the game with the next major update. But either way, this is incredible, regardless of how you look at it, because essentially what I'm understanding is if your pity is either going to hit 35 on your next craft or you're anywhere above 35 and you go for a Brilliant, during this particular event, you will be guaranteed the Brilliant Reforge. So I don't think I'm going to be taking advantage of this. I smell bait. I agree with INL. I think we might be getting a new CTP and someone like me might be convinced to like go buy the legendary battle to get one more CTP so I could reforge for a Brilliant, but that would be dumb because I'm not even close enough on the pity. But if I was, you get the idea. I think for me, I'm just gonna wait. I will say I can't predict whether this is going to be a one-time thing or we're going to see this again in future events or with this event in the future. So I don't want to make anyone miss out on a chance to actually hit the Brilliant Pity at 35 points. I do want to put that out there, but it does smell like bait to get you to use CTP before we get a new CTP. And I'm going to have to just pass. I'm not close enough on my pity, so I hope this comes back around. I need like 3 more crafts to take advantage of this, or I just get a Brilliant. So there you go. I have one guy getting back to, that I'm talking with about alliance spots. And once I get that ironed out, I think this one's going to be full. And then there's one other person that we're looking at getting in the alliance. And then I think after that, I'm going to go for that. We're going to set that up where people join Gray Ops. And all the recruitment done into House of Grey is done through Grey Ops for people who are looking for a more AC active alliance, so we can start participating more heavily in Alliance Conquest. And so there you go. The rules explain a little bit of that. I read through them quickly down here. Essentially, example here, if you have 38 points, which would be insane, by the way, 38 points, what are you doing? And you attempt your first reforging, 35 points will be deducted, resulting in a super success. 3 points remain. Oh, interesting. So it actually is going to leave you the remainder too, guys. So people like Nadar, I'm glad I peeked at this. If you have like 45 Nadar, I guess, and you recraft it, you'll still have 10 on your pity. And you craft during this, and you get the Brilly pity, you'll get the 10 points still on the thing. For future events, interesting, which is how they kind of make this work. Yeah, no complaints here, guys. Off the top of my head, I got nothing negative to say about this, except for be careful. There may be another CTP coming. Other than that, this is amazing, man. This is great. I think the pity was a bit savage, so hopefully it's just a bit of that too, being like, hey, here's a little bit of pity on the pity. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. So that's it for the events. Participate in the battles with the advanced heroes in Marvel Future Fight. Thank you. We got one more thing to talk about on the forum, and that's going to be the news. The news, yes, the big news. The big news is, could I please be a star creator? I'll ask nicely again, but please. Pretty please. Just for fun. It doesn't even like, it's going to make my life slightly more annoying. Genuinely. I just want to give these guys crystals. Thanks, Net Marble. Shadowlands. Big changes coming. Greetings, agents. This is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight. In the upcoming June regular update scheduled for next month, we are planning a renewal for Shadowland. I think this update for Shadowland. Taking your feedback into consideration, we are preparing this revamp to keep the fun of conquering each floor alive, while also introducing convenience features to make participating much easier. Now, I want to say, somebody asked me about my reaction to this morning, and it's really good to read things twice, man, because the first time I read through this, I completely misunderstood it, and my initial reaction was one of total garbage. So I read through it again, and hopefully I got a better understanding of what's going on here. So essentially, they are adding, much like World Boss Legend, they are adding a challenge mode to Shadowlands. The way challenge mode will work, it never resets, and you can use your characters any number of times. So every stage, you can use any setup out of your entire roster. And you basically use challenge mode to just push as far as you can. And you will get delayed. At first, I thought this was kind of because it's going to be like, oh, I'll just push for 1 week and then I'm done. But that's not necessarily true. You have to rotate through different stage requirements and stuff to actually push when you get much further. So we'll see. It is going to be kind of a one-time clear thing, I think, but it will be fun to see if you can actually cover ground in Shadowlands challenge mode. I think the issue is it's just not going to move very often. It's mostly going to get cleared and then just sit there. I can't see people making progress here in any kind of way that's exciting. It would be like, oh, I upgraded this character, now I can clear 1 or 2 more stages. Maybe, but we'll see. But yeah, it's a whole separate mode. When I first read this, I thought they were removing stage 35 plus, but that's not the case. Shadowlands as it is remains mostly unchanged, except they are now making it so we can instant clear floors 1 through 35. So if you've cleared them before, you can just sweep ticket the whole thing, 35 stages, done, and then you can do your weekly grind where you use your whole roster to get tokens. Again, initially I was salty because I thought they were removing this and making it so basically paying players just got more tokens, which is true, but as long as they don't remove the ability for built-out rosters to get more tokens, I'm happy. That's what I like. Somebody with a more built account gets more tokens per week than somebody who hasn't built up the back end of their roster, right? So anyways, those are the 2 biggest changes. We're getting a challenge mode, which is a one-time climbing thing where you can just climb and climb and climb and climb, where you can use any teams you want, and it never resets. And I imagine as far as rewards, guys, I'm guessing here, but I imagine we'll probably just get first clear rewards again for the challenge mode. So everyone will get another CTP. If you can clear all the way, you get 2 CTPs, blah, blah, blah. We'll see. That's a total guess. Speculation. I'm speculating. So, yeah, there you go. And then the last thing to talk about here is the shield special support changes. The way shield special support worked, you got basically an ability to auto clear some extra stages and stuff, and they're just making that up to you by, yeah, you could batch sweep up to 25. Now everyone can do it, so to compensate for that, they're giving some additional tokens to people with the shield support from stages 1 through 35. And this, I think, is kind of, this triggered me when I first read it. But again, I thought about it. They are also adding to the shield support, and I don't know if something like this was already in there, but I don't think so. I think it was for Timeline Battle. Now you will also get a free daily recharge in Team Battle Arena from the shield support. I don't like this. I don't like this in Timeline Battle. I think like selling entries into PvP game modes for real money is cringe. But if you think about it, it's essentially just the equivalent of spending 60 crystals a day on recharges. So anybody who wanted to do this could. You just would have to spend a bunch of crystals, so it would be very dumb. And I really don't envy the people who are going to do 10 Team Battle Arena entries every day. But it's fun for some, and it's good for testing, maybe. So, yeah, in the end, I decided, really, what does it change? I don't know. We'll see. If this has a big impact on Team Battle Arena pushing, that'd be disappointing. But I don't think so. I know it's like in Timeline Battle, a lot of people get baited by this, and they buy it. What's up, Arif? What's up, Miguel? What's going on, guys? What's up, Destructive Minion? They put stuff in here. It's not as bait, but it kind of is. Like, you get the ones for Timeline Battle, but you don't realize that, like, you're just pushing your score up, and then a bummy free-to-play like me is going to come behind you and farm you, or somebody that farmed you, and just jump up even more points because your score is higher. So it's really weird how this all ends up working out in the game. Team Battle Arena is a little bit different, a lot different than Timeline Battle, so we'll see. If this is a problem. I don't think so. And they're getting rid of King of the Hill. And there you go. And then the reason they're posting this, guys, ahead of time, one, maybe to get some feedback, to get our initial reactions with some time to change minor things would be great. But also, because there's going to be a change in the schedule when they actually implement this. I think we're going to get a shorter week of Shadowland. It's going to close a couple days early or something like that. So just watch out for that. The schedule will be a touch off. I read it earlier. I kind of forgot. But I think it's a day or two earlier or something like that. The season will actually end, so you just want to watch for that when this actually is. There was one other thing I thought about that was important that I thought they probably want to keep, but I think with how much my mind changed just from misreading it the first time, that's a pretty good summary of what's going on. I'm here for it, sure. I mean, it's fine. I think when these changes are all implemented, it won't be as impactful as maybe we would want. 1 through 35 auto clearings, nice, saves us some time, yay, that's a W, but doesn't feel very good. It's like new content. And then the challenge mode is basically just clearing Shadowlands again, but with the ability to use your, like, the same team over and over again. So we'll see. My hopes aren't extremely high for this being like big game-changing rework, but it doesn't bother me. It's just gonna be like free reward. So there you go. And a little convenience. All right, guys, let's move on here. That's it, right, for the forums? Yeah, we did the events. We got everything. We talked about the reforging thing. Lots of crazy stuff. All right, before I even go in my inbox, what chat channel are we going in to open this sparkly thing? I got a sparkly. Let's go open it. No, Drub, I can't. But the forums are there. You can go read them. For sure, and we'll be talking about them a bunch, and people will be posting videos for sure, dude, tomorrow. The 6-7 trick, huh? I don't know. Why it says 475? Go with the day. I don't know. Portuguese 61. Okay, let's go. His best. Not beat. Close to the thing. What'd you guys say? Okay, so let's go. Let's go. Look at me. Yeah, that's some. Don't let anyone from Portugal hear me say that. And then what channel did you say? 61. And we need one more. How about like anything but German 81? Let's go that. That's fine because it means nothing to me. So it's perfect. There you go. You guys pick. And we'll do this. I won't leave that up very long, so if you care at all, vote quickly if you have a vested interest in one of these channels. Do it. All right. Last couple seconds here. We got a lot of votes. That's it. Let's end this thing. We are going to English 67 for today's events. Let's go. Hopefully it's not too crowded here. There we be. All righty. Give you guys a second to join up. I could pin it really quick, eh? This is a waste of time. By the time anyone sees this, I'm going to have opened this thing. All right. You guys ready? Let's see what we get, man. And we're just going to go ahead and open the chest out of here first, and then we'll open all the rest of the crap like we normally do. All right, man. We're hoping for anything, man. We get a mighty CTP for free or a Brilly. Let's not be ridiculous. This is fantastic. All right, guys, let's get some hands up in chat. Let's see what we can do here. Where's my Jake? There he is. Let's get our hands up. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Bro, come on. Let's go. I would have been stoked on like a brilliant freaking patience, man. That's our first brilliant CTP on the account, in case you're wondering. Let's go. Bro, I just gotta put that on null, dude. I'm just kidding, but not really. I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I'm gonna sit on it. Let's go. I'm gonna put it under my buns and sit on that, man. Woo! I thought that was mighty at first. I was like, another greed? I could save that and exchange it, bro. Crazy. That's crazy. What do you guys got going on? Oh, I forgot to put off my chat messages. No. We don't want to see you talk. What do we get? See, a couple people saved them. Liberation is sick, dude. Grats, bro. That's nice. Conquest. I'm the only one that got a Brilly. No. Denver with a Liberation. Nice, dude. Couple Conquests. Look at this, though, dude. Are you kidding? Look at... Conquest, Liberation, Conquest, Conquest, Competition, Liberation. Whoa. That's wild, man. That is absolutely wild. Yo, let's go. Yo, we got Brillies. Let's go. Grats, guys. We got brilliant competition and a brilliant liberation, you guys. Woo. Nice, man. Grats, guys. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, bro. I think I'm gonna save it. The greed is sick, but I think I just get so much more value out of it by saving it for a conversion, dude. And that sounds so crazy to get your first brilliant CTP and hold it. And it sucks that we are like 2 days past our CTP conversion event. So that's pretty funny. But yeah, man, that is absolute. That's crazy. That is crazy. Woo! Congrats, everybody. And grats on, dude. Grats, everybody. This is crazy. Can we just take a second again to appreciate this? Because it continued, which is even weirder. Liberation, competition, liberation, competition, conquest, conquest, liberation, conquest. Really greed. Womp womp. How did we do that? That is a crazy splash of good CTPs. Well, okay. That's absolutely sick, boys. We don't need this no more. English 6-7. Who knew? And apparently, dude, English 6-7. Because look at those results, man. So if I was a guy who was going to be like, yo, you need to use this channel. Sure, there you go. For real. This one's for channel English 6-7 over here. No, 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 no. Impossible. I didn't even look. No, it's not perfect. But it's not. Not even close, actually, I think. Perfect is like 7220. Yeah, and we're at 5200. It's actually, I think this might be the worst roll possible on the CTP. I don't even want to look. I'm scared to look, but I'm pretty sure that's some of the lowest numbers. But it doesn't matter, because like I said, we're going to probably just hold this and exchange it for something really good. We'll exchange it for a conquest or a competition, because we might be able to. 180 on the bottom's the worst. Gotcha. Thanks, Doom. All right. Have a good one, Destructive Minion. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, thanks, Benny. Let's go. All right, let's keep moving. Let me not get stun locked here by this brilliant CTP. That's super exciting. I was wondering when that was going to, you know, we were going to break down that barrier, get our first brilly. And thanks, Net Marble. We got the artifact chest from Timeline Survival in here. Let's go. Something decent would be nice. But you know how it is. Those chests. Shot in the dark. Ooh, stinky. Hecka stinky. Just the dud reward from AC. Bogus. I cleaned up my inventory really good too, because I knew we were going to be pulling all this crap out of here from Timeline Survival. No. Gambit. Okay. 3-star Gambit. Why not? I don't think we have that one. Yeah, I know. Hey, I'm going to like summon a council about that brilliant CTP. Don't worry, man. It's just going to chill for now. But I will certainly weighing all my options as far as what to do with that thing. So, yeah, if you're like not doing, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 13 extreme obelisks from Timeline Survival. I know it's time consuming, but if you're wondering where your obelisks are at, what else did we get in here? And then we got the basic rewards from AC as well, which is really nice. So even though we got the absolute dudster reward from our AC chest, we still get good rewards, which is really nice. Talk about a good change. There we go. And then I think, yeah, everything else in here fine. I'll take care of the rest. And then this is location or the new events. Sweet. All right, we are all caught up, man. We got boost points. We got energy. We got it all. We're ready to go. We are ready to go. Let's go do a little bit of gameplay. Alliance battle and stuff eventually. Get some more gold. And then once we get all our gold for the day, we can go work on gore. You know how many people would put that brilliant greed on their gore? God, no. That would not be wise for my account, in my estimation. That would be a very poor choice. That's what you would do if you were, like, excited about gore and about the brilliant CTP, but, Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's not what I'm trying to do. Not even close, man. Not even close. So, speaking of not even close, what are we doing here? 25 is human male. Oh, derp. Where we're at. So, no Luna. We're just into the... Means we kind of want to reset these. Pardon me, I gotta pick my nose real quick. Real quick. We got an emergency. Let's see. We don't have a lot to work with here, do we? We got like Venom and Ghost Rider and Strange. So let's go ahead and do Venom first. I think he's going to be my weakest clear. Strange can self-buff, and then Ghost Rider gets the doo-doo end pick. Let's see how... I guess we could do Sentry Lead here for Venom, just to give him something. Probably gives us a co-op or something using Carnage, I guess. Let's try that and see how it works. Oh, camera. My bad. I wasn't picking my nose for that long. Let's try that and see how it works, and then we may have to come back in here and... as we're pushing into kind of higher stages here. Slightly more difficult. But good, actually. All right, man. So, what's up, Louis Pizza? Netmarble made a mistake. There was a bug. It wasn't really them making a mistake. And some people got some extra free rewards on accident. So instead of like taking those rewards from people, they just made it up by giving everyone some extra stuff. What's up, Patrick? It's possible. We've been getting them every year, I think, for the last couple years. And we got the CTP of competition around the June update last year. I believe it may have even been for the June update. I just didn't want to misspeak. Oh no, I knew he was going to stop right before he got there. I think we'll be okay, but I don't know. These players are tight. I gotta kind of pay attention. So yeah, it's just compensation. Oh, and then yeah, so it's highly possible we'll see a new CTP. Can't say for sure. They really, in my opinion, more than a new CTP, I would like to see them rework a CTP. I think if you just keep diluting, the pool of CTPs indefinitely, it's going to be a problem. This is such a bad run. I'm going to have to use it without yapping. Yeah, it'll just dilute the pool too much, and then it'll be too difficult to get the good CTPs. So we'll see what they end up doing. Move your buns. How are you? Okay, I was like, how is your booty holding me in place? It was in my head. It wasn't real. The character, I can't see where. Holy shit. Oh, whoops. Whoopsies. Yeah, I'm gonna be shocked if I can make this work. So far behind. Dude, did you really have to go so far away? Guess so. Really struggling with LD players since this update. It's been really bad. I'm having major latency issues. Not registering and stuff. I feel like I can't get through my rotations. And unfortunately, lowering the graphics settings doesn't appear to be helping me a ton. Like a processing issue. Not the graphics. Are you not gonna grab that? You grab it? Okay. I can't ever see. Like faith. Faith alone. We're so far off on this run. Holy. I think I could barely do, yeah, we could barely do it. That's right. Possibly. What's up, Biggity Backity? Might be. I could try it again. Same issue with BlueStacks. Glad it's, well, I'm not glad it's not just me. Nice to know. We went with English 67. Did we not? That was it? I believe that was it. I think we're going to be lucky. Actually, I'm like recalling now where we're at here. I think we're going to do these one at a time. They're pretty brutal. What's the, someone needs to swap uniform. I was like, we should have a support. I knew it. And that ended up not being a bad idea. Grabbing both those unis. There we go. There it is. And then who's our strongest? Probably Ghost Rider. Maybe Strange, but I'm not very... They're all kind of honestly at the same power level. Part. Might be able to give Ghost Rider some breakers. Try that. Yeah, it's kind of brutal, man. Even just the menuing is annoying. Yo, we got our first Brilly Rod. We got a Brilly Greed out of the chest. Let's go. I know, I don't think we're getting a PC client, but I wish, Slate. That would be so nice. Oh. Oh, yeah. Sucks, lost some time there that I needed. I'm gonna have to do like the weird half a rotation here, which sucks. Yep. Oops, I messed up. Oh no. And now I double messed up. Woo! You should just die or something, dude. Swap faster. Yeah, I can. That's gonna brick the run. That's gonna brick it. Big of a boo-boo. Too big of a boo-boo. And then I made the same mistake again. I think we got that one though. Keep going. close. Oh! Yo, what up, Bubba? Thanks for the jewels, bro. Or rubies, I guess. I get rubies on my hand. I don't know. Like I said, I was just figuring out how that works this morning. Thanks, though, bro. Appreciate it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, we gotta hurry here. No more time to dilly-dally. You gotta do the thing, do the moves, Ghost Rider. No time to delay, we don't care. I was like, bro, they ain't no dodging now. We're locked in for it. 4 seconds on the clock. Like I said, I think we get one clear. Strange might be a little better. I gotta get used to it, but there we go. One more stage on the books. Let's go back, let's go back. Go back, go back. Down in difficulty. To, oh, I don't know, you know, like stage 9. Woo! I hope they can figure out what's going on with the game, man, because it is brutal. Balariza, how's it going, Chibi? What's happening? Slate, what's up? Pokemaster, what's up? Got the same Billy Green? Let's go! That's crazy, bro. What's up, Sacksham? What's going on, man? Yo, bro, that's what I told myself before I opened that chest, man. A mighty anything for free is awesome. So there you go, man. Especially for free to play. Congrats on the competition, Unknown. Nice, dude. Very nice. All right, here we go. Knock the rest of it out. Ah! Run, Luna, run! The attack is too powerful. Hey. Oh, I was like, that's what's going on. I was like, what's going on with the targeting here? All right, Moon Knight, we're counting on you, bro. Don't mess it up, or I'll haunt you, bro. All right, already, we're not doing so hot. I like Loki striking. It's like the worst setup ever. Like ADX written all over it. I can't. Bro, I can't. That was so crazy. Like, his skill effect completely blocks the screen. You quite literally can't see anything. If the camera gets pulled out above it, or whatever just happened, that is so weird. It literally just blocks the whole screen. Okie dokie. Better get it together, man. We got 3 minutes to make this happen. Ow. Ow. You see, I know. We did the thing. They're still gonna find a way to lose. No. Yo, haunted for sure. The skill effect haunts you. All right. Yes, the meteor haunts you for sure, dude. The visual clarity haunts you. Man, we got account help to do. We got all kinds of stuff. When is this? Good. It looks fantastic. Whoever put this together was a real thinker. Thinking about it. Well, lightning, and that's for flame, and that's for physical. What the heck? Whoever put those together was not thinking. Yo, what's up, Billy? Hey, I'm not like I think I said that when Gore landed. We might get a CTP that changes how we're looking at his value, but we'll see. That might be a bit of a stretch. I don't know. Hey. Oh my gosh, seriously? It's gonna enrage. I don't really like that. Thank you. That was funny. Yeah, Odin's out there cooking, eh? Yeah. Yeah, people were saying his rage was okay, but I have a feeling, yeah, that some of those characters, the competition, it's just really effective when you get, like, the further you get, the better it gets, right? So it's like, does the opposite of falling off. Gains value and can push it against bosses with the high defense. Big old ignore boss damage decrease effect. So does the rage. Stage 9. These teams. Like we were really crap. It's almost as if we only have to try and save null. Yeah. Brilliant Greed can be crazy. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna like just not to gore. God no. No. Probably neither. I don't know. I have no brilliance, so I don't know that I'm in a hurry to equip a Brilliant Greed as much as I am to convert it into something valuable. So we'll have to wait and see, I think. I know what I'm going to do is not be in a hurry to equip that. That's what I'm not going to do. Oh, yeah. She opened too fast. I forgot. Rawr goes the magic. Rawr. I'm gonna move. So then that happens sometimes. So what happened is I guess the character swap, I must have gotten stunned before I could swap characters. And you can't swap characters when you're stunned. So, or I can't. I certainly can't. I think that is the way it is. And so you just stand there like an ass until that meteor hits you on top of your dome. Go splat. Ain't gonna work there. Will work when you are not stunned. Brilliant greed, Chirag. We got a brilliant greed. Grats, homie. That's exactly what we got. Man, lots of brillies. It's crazy. Is it like a 20% chance or something out of that chest to get a brilliant? That's crazy. I think somebody said that this morning. I'm not sure if it's true. Oh yeah, Scott, let him know. Let him know. We don't take kindly to people who don't take kindly around here. Wow, I ducked right away from it. Blackdorf's attack's powerful. Run. He's launching it. I'm thinking I will wait for an exchange, but again, we'll have to see. No rush, man. That's the thing. I was thinking about that, and I know it's tough. Everybody's different, right? And I'm an old man. Patience maybe is a little easier, but man, I'm just not in a hurry to equip that thing, dude, because once it's equipped, what is it to unequip a brilliant? It's got to be almost 1,000 crystals or something to fix that mistake, so yeah. Yeah, I would probably see great results from using it on like null. But I wouldn't equip that, I don't think, until we got a character that was like, yeah, this is the greed character. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a good example. I don't know if we'll have that again. Is $750 with discount? Dang, that's brutal, man. Woo! That's wild. So yeah, we'll just chill, man. We'll chill. If we had a character come out that was like, you know, their best CTP was agreed and they're like top 5 PvP or whatever, I would probably give it to them. But where'd my nice... There we go. I was saving these nice flame strikers for our last run. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I already have a Mighty Conquest on null. Or a Mighty Greed, excuse me, derp. A Mighty Greed on null. Do I really want to unequip null's Mighty Greed to give him the Brilly Greed? Probably not. Probably not. I'm back over here. I'm not done with you. Man, sure would be nice if I could change the, like, make a bigger outline, like a bright green outline around my health bar on my character. That would be so nice for me. I'd be able to see them much better. And also, could you guys shut the fudge up? Are you kidding me? You guys are in here yapping and speech bubbles everywhere. I can't see the comet coming down on my head. Golly. The disrespect around here. Yeah, be stunned, Tasha. Oh, you're so stunned. We're so stunned. Mega stunned. Giga stunned. Giganta stunned. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Shirog. Same thing. Same thing. Thinking something similar. I think I'll be saying that a lot over the next 6 months as people constantly ask what is going on with that brilliant breed in my inventory. Oh, boy. What's your deal with Odin, Jivaroon? I think, and this, I'm just speculation here. I think Brilly competition Odin might be the highest scoring character in the game at this point. Not sure if Mephisto is still pushing top scores. And I also wonder about Odin and ABI. Haven't seen that at all. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, Mephisto is a really good option for a brilliant competition. No doubt. Oh. Well, apparently Netmarble didn't. There you go. Let's do some alliance battle. Oh, hey, I forgot. Ah. Whoops. Whoopsies. Got all excited. And forgot to do. You guys want to come along? See if anybody's still looking for some jeebers here. It's a little bit late. Schedule's been crazy the last... since the anniversary started, actually. That's also an option. If I had like a 6-star Ghost Rider artifact, I might consider that, but probably not all the same. Same thing. I'd either be better off saving it for the Brilly Conquest for the top of the top, or exchanging it for like Petition. Something like that. What's up, Joseph? Got a brilliant greed out of our chest today. We're solid. Joan Blaze, not to be confused with John Blaze. Joan Blaze, what's up, Jermaine, by the way? How you doing, man? Joan Blaze, similar to Joan Baez, not quite the same, and definitely different from Johnny Blaze. Wondering. Bro, you're telling me, Slate. You're telling me, bro. You guys can tell, I know, like the videos. Although I'm not even lying to you guys. That video, it was like disheartening. That video was like ready to go, that guide video, and it got bricked by the changes. Not saying, I can't even really be salty. The changes were good too, but they affected energy in such a way, like I said, that it basically made the guide obsolete, which is depressing. But haven't had as much time for the auxiliary stuff. I just don't. There's so much going on with the events. Just playing the game, managing my own account, keeping up on the news, keeping up on events, all that stuff, that it's tough to, not get like overwhelmed. But it's been fun, man. The anniversary was great for me, as far as I'm concerned. It ended up being really fun for me. We spend a lot of time thinking about whether changes are good or uniforms are good. Sometimes we forget to just think about whether or not we enjoyed that period of the game. Been fun, man. TBA last year was such a good. More stuff like that, Netmarble. Come on now. And I know it takes tons of time. Like, You can tell development is like their kryptonite right now. Anytime they can just like reuse an idea or shift something around, or we can change a game mode by using this button from this change mixed with this without actually adding any new content, they're going for it, and I don't blame them. That's kind of where you end up with a small dev team. But at some point, you guys got to have like fresh, new stuff. Zombie survival was that, had its problems, certainly didn't land the way they intended. It was supposed to be multiplayer content. But it was new content, totally new content. New game mode with new rewards, all that. And same with TBA. Oh, thank you. And thank you. So yeah, looking forward to, that's like what we're waiting on. And we may be waiting a bit longer. And we will for something like that. I think we're going to get World Boss Legend, then GBR. So I think maybe like next anniversary, we might get our next big like actual game mode, but we'll see. We will see. What you got, Saksham? There we go. I'll get there eventually. Ah, okay. Ah, did they post any videos? I didn't see a video from either of them for ABI, but I also might have just missed it. Like I said, I've been kind of busy. I didn't read that out loud. Sorry, Saksham said that apparently Odin is worse than Storm and Mephisto in ABI. If anyone else was wondering. And I imagined that was the case just because I hadn't heard anything about it, and I figured people would have been letting us know if he was like the highest scoring character. But good to know. Whoa, really? You guys bringing some heat, huh? My goodness, sending me to the dungeon. Golly. Oh no, Justin, wrong way. There we go. GG's. Well, I better thank you guys for the carry, because apparently I didn't do anything. Sure. What's up, Thwange? Ton Nguyen? Wow, the beginning of that's tough. Thwan? Thon? Nguyen? Nguyen? How do you say that? I used to know how to say that proper. Yeah, absolutely. I can the cards. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for coming by the stream. We didn't do our alliance battle yet, did we? These are the cards. These are the card effects. I want more of this. Lots more of it. I'm missing like 30%. I want this to be 85. Then I'll be a happy guy. 85. That's going to be a big difference for me in PvP. And roll that up to get the full age. Thanks for the brother, but we're going to cruise here on to the next thing, which is going to be alliance battle. Get out of here. Email, what do we got? Blast is off limits and Mutant is off limit. No blast, no blasters, no blasters. Let's go with Luna Sneezy. Luna Sneezy, making it easy. No, that chest, that Reforged chest has like a 20% chance to be a brilliant CTP, Joseph. Luna! Luna! Your number 1 fan! Oh, shoot. Mute the music, quick! She's in here screaming some other song. I'm gonna lit! And the music's over here just like soft piano melody. Huh? Oh, is there really? Nah, it's okay. It doesn't matter. That's so dumb though, Netmarble. Like, get real, bro. Marvel, whoever, very stupid. If that's true. I'll just yap over it. We're reviewing this song. Just so you know, this song is playing for review purposes only. And frankly, it's pretty boring. Not my kind of music. And there you go. That's my review of Luna Snow's song while it plays during Alliance Battle Extreme. Doo-doo-doo. What's up, Frankenfurther? What's going on, man? What's up, Sue? Yeah, Brilly Greed. Brilly Greed. Blast Mail, huh? Range, eh? You don't say, huh? Yeah. Does he have burn, like, without Loki, though? I don't think so, huh? He's got, like, guns. I don't think he burns. Does he? No, he doesn't bother. He wouldn't be bothered to burn. I wonder how Kid Omega does. Not as good. That's how, by the way. And not as well. Although, let's give him those, whatever they're called. Mind OBs. Yeah, and then you can't use... Whatever, let's just let it rip. I'm just gonna do this one and done, man. I know, right? Good call, Slate, good call. We'll put a pinned message after this. It said one and done, but man, the 3, bro, is giving me a lot of issues. That, I have no idea who is going to be replacing. We will have to wait and see. Oh yeah, I bricked the Loki cancel. God, I hate it so much. So much, bro. Yeah, I ain't messing with the kid right now. I'm so over this season, bro. Seriously. It is dumb. Out of here. Get that out of here. Get that kid out of here. Adults only. From my account with the Brilly Rage? Actually, don't know. Brilliant Rage? Probably like Storm and move her competition somewhere else. Be probably what I would want to do. Regret that, and that was the one I needed to save. I'm so bad at this, man. I'm so bad at this. I just like daydream. It's so boring to me. Like I'm not. I'm like trying not to read chat, trying to focus on. When I'm not streaming, it's easier to focus, and I can like kind of pay attention to what I'm doing. But man, like I'm not watching my. I'm just like going through the rotation. It's like 5 minutes. Same thing over and over again. 1, 2, 6, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Sing a little song about it, that'll help me. Don't use Ghost Rider, you're gonna need him. Right here. Who needs the 2 anyways, right? That proc was just bricked. What the heck? Yeah, I don't know what it is about Strange, dude. I'm so awful at playing this guy. I just despise playing him. It's so weird. There's something about his like playstyle that just does not. The tier 3 skill coming up at all of these weird times on the clock is what throws me. Comes up right before it permutates, and I've always found it incredibly annoying. It doesn't come up consistently at the same time during your rotations. Gotta watch it. Sometimes it's right before the 4, sometimes it's up after the 5, sometimes it's up after the 1 and the 2. But what it never is consistent. And if I wanted to get the best results for myself out of Strange for ABX, I would probably just start hitting the 6 every time before the 4, regardless of what I'm doing, whether it's up or not, so that I never miss hitting the tier 3 before the 4. That would be a good way to. For the times I'm paying far less attention. Oh, did I use, I used freaking Cyclops. So that's really tragic, but okay. I hope we can still get the tier 4. I think so. We don't get the co-op. Oaks. 5,000. Make up for it. Boop. No, I don't miss my procs like crazy. My proc fell off once or twice during that run, which isn't the same as missing them like crazy. It's just them falling off once or twice. Oh, I don't know how long I can keep up the facade. We'll see. I'll try. I'll do my best just for you guys, because I likes ya. Why do I have Loki? I almost missed the old striker ways because this allows me to just keep the wrong striker equipped all the time, unlike everybody. Ghost Striker. Nice, 90-95. Grats, Judy. What's up, dude? No, because I started using whatchamajigger. Cyclops. Dead. So not every time. Well, I just used Polaris, didn't I? I was pretty sure she was in my team. Not if I can't. See, this is oh, this game. I have no co-op, so I didn't wait there. Oh, you what? Bricked. Completely bricked. That's tragic. Just rough. We'll get our tier 4 mats, so it's fine. We're good, but that was real ugly finish there. With the range issues. Would have mattered because we would have just gotten closer to 13. But sweet, we got our tier 4 mats, which is the goal. That's what we're. Get me out of here. So we can do some. Yeah, dude, I should go work on this strange score. I'm not going to. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I got so much other stuff I'm gonna do that isn't go fart around Doctor Strange and ABR. Oh no, honesty. All right, guys, what's left, man? We did good. We got to spend our gold. Nice, and then I think we can jump into account help. And I'm gonna try and do several accounts today. Yeah, did I miss anything else? I don't think so. We can go, we need like 8 boost points. So let's fart around until we get 8 boost points. And then we can do our dimension missions for 4 million more gold. And we can try to... We're not really going to do anything. Just being honest with you guys today. Because... Oh, yeah, we are. I'm a liar. Finish this up. So where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that was 12. It was 6 and then 6 for 12 total on the last gear. So we actually got, and I believe this ended up being pretty average cost for us, if I'm not mistaken. Easy 15 mil. Every day, bro. Easy 15 mil in the bag. That's my Marvel Future Fight mantra. Easy 15 mil. And yeah, we're working on the 5-star artifact. We'll finish this up when we have some gold, obviously. The type enhancement, again, just gold. We're just waiting. We get that done. And then the rest of our gold today goes into the boom. Gone. Dapper. Let's do it. Peace out, gold. Peace out. See you later. Hey, but we will get today. Not bad, man. I think we get tier 4 gore tomorrow. The advancement is like 10 mil, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. I think the advancement is actually like 10. So we'll probably have to on that. See if we can get a little extra gold here. And have to finish that skill and move on. 12.5. Yeah, I thought it was over 10 mil or 10 somewhere in there. 10 or 12. 12.5 it is. So we'll have to yes. Get some more gold. Ouch. Rude. All right, well, let's just do an account first. So first things first, is Spider here? Paging Spider. We may have missed him. I might have to do Spider's review earlier in a stream here. I don't know. We'll see if we find Spider. And then Nirmal was the other one that I think won our puzzle. Or like I thought they did. And I don't think we've done their account review either. Not yet. I'm not going to take IGNs yet. Did we look at Arif? We did. We looked at Arif's account, right? All right. No Spider, no Nirmal. We'll get Spider. I don't know. Next time I see Spider, we're just going to do his review right when I see him. I won't wait. Because people get busy or have to go to sleep. I have been putting this one off for a long time, so let's do this one really quick. And then after that, we can take some IGNs. So just hold tight, and I will holler at you. Also got a couple other names on here, but I don't know if we looked at these or not. Got a Brilly Greed, Blaze. What's up, Blaze, by the way? How you doing, man? Valkyrie could be used in place of Gamora. I don't think she'll score quite as well as Gamora. Hey, there's Spider. All right. Nice. If you got, like, I want to make sure we look at your account. Let's take a look at this one really quick first. We got Cursed Throne, huh? I don't know this alliance. Cool name. So we got 281 on the badge. We're a ways in on this account here. Waiting for 5 gem swords to turn into 6 gem swords, eh? And we got about 5% cooldown. Looking at your card set here, this just wants to be Luna instead, or this wants to be Luna. I don't know. I can't speak to how well this is going to work in this set, in a hybrid set. I don't know. I think this is more of like a top-end PvE kind of card. I don't think this is doing much in PvP. So you may want to just make that swap. You've already got a hybrid set going. You could probably just keep it locked in the way it is for now. But yeah, you are missing Luna, for sure. Just something you want. Got you, Spider. Definitely. As far as your blue stars, this card looks pretty good, except you hate to see this. And you hate to see this. This one still needs some work. Ignore defense, all defense, and all attack are good, but the rest, the other 3 are kind of suspect. So maybe work on that eventually. Dodge max HP is red, unfortunately. Ignore defense. This one's great. Crit rate, all defense, ignore defense, max HP, dodge. Wow. Looking good. Cooldown, cooldown. Yeah, nice. But you got 1 attack speed, 1 crit rate. Yeah, and 2 cooldown. So you need Either another crit, yeah, your attack speed and crit rate are a little bit low. That's all that is to that, like 5% low. So you figure out what's going to work best for your builds out of these. Your crit damage is somehow still high, which is insane because you have all basic defense, all basic defense, all basic defense. There's crit damage and crit damage. Yep. So you could actually lose 10% crit damage, I think. You were really min-maxing. I don't know where though, because I don't think you want to break one of this. This card needs some. Yeah, this card needs some work. I don't know. Do you have a plan with this card? What is your plan? In inventory, yes. Do you have something you're working on? Ah, you're Luna. So are you going to swap Luna in for the Fantastic Four? What's your plan? Fantastic Four has looking like by far the worst stats. Maybe not by far, but like it has the worst stats. Energy attack, biz defense, energy defense. Yeah, that's the plan. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's solid. And then you get the proc set, and then you get it crafted up fully, and then you can decide if you want to make a split into a PvE and PvP card set. But for now, I think that'll do better for you than this card, as much as I like them. Anyways, there you go. Looking good, man, and you got a lot of really good stats locked in already. Your cards. Attack stats are looking pretty good. You could use some more HP too. Watch the HP as well. Dodge is good. Cooldown's good. Ignore defense is good. Way good. Overcapped. So watch, you know, maybe you can ditch 10% ignore defense for something beneficial. Try to get some more HP since it's a hybrid set. And then, yeah, you could lose 10% crit damage easily. And then you want like 5% more of each of them. Make it happen. Yeah, going for that HP blue. I have 1 Mighty Rage and 3 Mighty Greeds. The Greeds are tough right now. There aren't a lot of homes for Mighty Greeds. You can either... You probably... Wow. It's kind of like save them or AC at this point. I'm not going to lie. That's what I'm gathering. I'm not... You guys know I'm running a free-to-play account. I don't have a maxed out account or anything. But from what I can tell, most characters really want the damage reduction from a Conquest. And characters without the Conquest and the damage reduction, even with a Greed, struggle to, like, seal the deal, right? It can be tough. There are very few characters. So those Greeds, you'll probably just hang on to them or give them to, like, lower tier characters for AC, like you've done here. And he even would prefer a Conquest. So it's one of those things where, like, yeah, and even in AC, it would be specific characters. And I don't know which. You'd have to talk to someone who knows AC better than I do. But I'd imagine if you really wanted to utilize them, you could put them to use there. And then the other one, you had a Mighty Rage. And what are we looking? Excuse me. Where's my Gore? He's just chilling. Level 80 area. Well, you've got like all your metas with a CTP, right? Is what it looks like. So nobody just flat out needs a rage. So we're looking at swapping, unless you're going to build Kid Omega, but then he should probably take the regular rage. So who's our best rage characters, right? That's the... We got a Mighty Comp there. Are you planning on building Odin at all? Because if you're planning on building Brodin, you could move... I see you, brother. You're building Odin, you could grab a comp and replace it with a rage. Have a Mighty Comp for him. Well, look, bro. I'm going to need you to suck a little more if you're going to look for help. Because I can't help you with this kind of decision. I want to say you should have a... Why is Thor naked? Are you just not using him? Is that why he's naked? Yeah, it looks like you just kind of took CTPs from the characters you're not using much anymore. Which is fine. You can use a Greed here, I think. If you want to use one of those greeds for PvP, you could give her a greed for Otherworld battle, give her a better ISO set, and you might get some decent results out of her. Hard to say. Yeah, basically, man, I'm just looking through these characters like, you got a Mighty here, nowhere to put this comp, so no reason to put a Mighty Rage there. You got a regular Rage here, so you could consider Ares. You got a regular Rage here, so you could consider Moon Knight. You got a Mighty Rage here. Maybe take like, yeah, that's it. So up to you, man. You're just going to be replacing a regular Rage with a Mighty or waiting for the next character. Or you can, yeah, I didn't see if you had an answer about Kid Omega, but no, Insights and Liberations, I don't really have a guide. They go on support characters and you don't want overlap. Yeah. It's a hard thing to make because it's personalized for your account. It'd be one thing if there was a full-on just guide you could use, but you can't because you may not, like you could make a guide for what you should do if you have every support in the game and you're free to put the proper CTP on every support. But that list won't be very helpful for people, and it will confuse tons of people and will get tons of people putting CTPs in the wrong place. Because the issue isn't where to put them, it's where to put them so you don't create overlap with teams. For example, and I'm just pulling this out of my arse. We got Dazzler, right? Somewhere, I'm assuming you have Dazzler. She up here? She's like tier. Oh, there she is. We've got Dazzler, right? You got a Liberation on Dazzler. Well, who are you pairing with Dazzler? Probably Colossus, right? So that's all I can say is you would not want a Liberation on Colossus, right? So it's all about just planning so you avoid overlap when you're doubling up supports. You can't do it perfectly, and it can't be the same for every account. So, yeah, Liberations are slightly favored towards PvP because of the better procs and because in PvE they essentially function the same. But again, it's about balancing them so they don't overlap. So, and then as far as tier 4s, dude, I got no idea. You're either into niche PvP territory, so looking for like, you know, this fella, tier 4, this guy, you got this fellow, still needs a tier 4, Kid Omega if you're planning on building him, but other than that, man, you can look at Gore for PvP if you really want to go that route. He is strong compared to other characters, just not native tier 3, tier 4s. Or yeah, Deadpool. You can look, you've got kind of an open door for tier 4s. You've got most of your meta covered as far as what you need tier 4. So you're kind of free to just do whatever you like. You got most of your PvP teams sorted. You've got all your alliance battle covered. But yeah, you're between, and I would think PvP characters for bans and AC and TBA would be more important to me personally than tier 4ing supports for World Boss Legends. But yeah, it's up to you. That is up to you. There you go. Yeah, maybe Bullseye if you're using him for Alliance Battle. If he's covering a day, definitely. Here for that guy. Get your Alliance Battle done. And then move on to niche PvP and AC supports. Hopefully that helps, bro. Let's see. Where is... Spider just dropped his... there it is. IGN again. No worries, Spider. If you're still here, let's take a look at your account. Yes, nice and easy. It's the same as your name. Nice. All right. Let's take a look at what you got going on, Spider. Yeah. All right. Mr. Spider, member of Eclipse, 226 on the badge. Hookada, 6 gem swords in your face, slicey dicing. This is nice, man. Rats. What can I say? You're cooking. If you are not spending on this account, this is some of the best luck I think I've ever seen. Just kidding, kinda. That would be intense. That is nice. And they just so happen to be the pink, the blue, and the red. Pretty wild, man. First card set. No notes, right? This is it, man. This is it. That's a full PvP set. Yeah. For set 1. Looks really good. What do you got going on? Let's look. Yeah, here first. What do you got going on for your PvP? Nice with the HP. Jealous. So these are P cards, and this is how they're used. Okay. I do actually have sort of a suggestion. And this is sort of new to me. So take it for what it's worth. Right? When you're building a PvP exclusive set, you can get away from crit damage and sneak in an extra, like, all defense roll. Because you can use Odin's Blessings, especially if you're spending and you have more Odin's Blessings available. You can make up for a lack of crit damage on your Odin's Blessings. What you cannot get from Odin's Blessings is all defense. So you can actually stack a large amount of all defense on a PvP set. I don't know if you can flat out just, like, I don't know how low you can go. Yeah, thanks, Doom. I was going to say, other people know better than I do. 60 to 80 is impressive. And that means you're going to have to cut into some of that crit damage. So you still can do that while you're working here. Let's see. Got a text speed. This one, it's blue, but you can consider letting this crit damage roll go for all defense, getting yourself an extra 10% all defense, bringing yourself down to 26% crit damage, and then just making sure you use a row of crit damage Odin's Blessings on your PvP characters. If you can do that, it's a pretty big edge, having that extra 20% all defense over other players. It can be a big one. So something to consider. And then the only other thing to consider is if you do perfect your swords eventually, I think people don't run cooldown on their swords, so you may want another 10% cooldown roll somewhere in here. Excuse me. So that you don't have to rely on your swords and you can get the proper instinct stats and stuff. And I think the only way to do that is probably gonna be to ditch one of the crit rate roll. And then you'd have to make up, so you'd have to shift around some bonus options too, I think. I have to, but you could. I don't know what else this can roll. The crit damage there. But you probably leave that so you can get the crit damage there and get it off your main stats. Anyways, you don't want to lose too much crit rate. You don't want to make it hard to cap anything. But basically any stats you can sneak in here for extra crowd control time, extra all defense over crit damage is really good. So if you can maneuver bonus options in a way that lets you free up a main stat to get more all defense or more crowd control time, whatever it is, that's, I think, part of the biggest secret to like a really good PvP set of cards is really finding, you know, really getting those HP and all defense maxed out. Other than that, you're looking pretty good, man. And I think 18% dodge is good too. Rework Avengers number 9 next. Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, because you want the all attack, right? Is going to be the big one there. Yeah, looks really good, man. What's going on with Luna? What was the red one? Ignore defense. Nice at 35%. So yeah, looks good, man. You just want that blue all defense there. Crowd control time, or ignore defense. Or crowd control time. Maybe swap that to all defense. And maybe try and figure out the cooldown thing somehow. I don't have the exact answer for how you do that, but hopefully you can figure it out. It's Gore. He ignores dodge, man. So look out. If you're trying to dodge, too bad. Too bad. I'm interested to see how Gore plays for me. I count. We got a normal conquest here. Definitely want that mighty conquest here and watch the ISO sets. Try and get that awakened as soon as possible. It is a big deal. Good here. Hopefully you can get the elite gear up. Nice. Ah! 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 He needs Uru. A guy needs Uru. Don't wait for Odin's Blessings. Especially for attack Uru. You want to make sure all your DPS have attack Uru. Unless you like have Odin's Blessings, like you just have them in your bags and you haven't equipped them yet. Nice. Nice build on Sentry. Good. What's the 80 on the bottom? Looks good. Yup. What's your Storm got? Ooh, you want to reroll this one as soon as possible to get the 7-second cooldown and the 55% damage reduction there. Could be true, Ruben. That could be true. There may be more truth to that than you're letting on to. Although I think I found a strategy. I think we broke the Odin's Blessings free to plays. We broke through. You just have to be completely rigged. 0.9 per 1. Hopefully you can find a competition for her eventually. Not to say that's not his best CTP, but you probably know that, I'm guessing. This one wants a 7-second cooldown, but the uniform's like out of date. I don't know if, do you have Savage Avengers? Because you might want to consider grabbing Savage Avengers still to this day if you don't have it, especially with a 6-star artifact. And then remove this rage and just give him like a judgment or a greed or a conquest or something for PvP. Something to consider. Quite good. Nice. You got the mighty rage on the Lokester. Alright. Mighty rage for Thor as well. Okay, so we got some stuff to fix up here. So some of the biggest things I can see, Spider, is a good CTP for Miles would be really nice. I think competition is his best for striking. If you can't get a bunch of competitions, I think people probably use a judgment for striking as like the budget cheapy option for him. But you do want to get something there. Luna needs a competition, but that one can like wait maybe for the right CTP. I don't think she does super well with a rage is what I'm hearing still. Guess it depends who you ask. But those two are really important. Rerolling Storms proc for 7 seconds is a really big one. And then Uru on your guy or Uru on this guy. And a second conquest for him to make a mighty. And that's a lot of the work I would do on what you have. And then as far as what to add here, we don't have Zombie Wanda, so that would be a really big alliance battle pickup. I don't know if you're in the process of building her or what. Let's go down to the top of your tier 2s and we'll just go from there. We got some tier 2s. We got a couple. Kahori's decent for a tier 2 for support value. I think Echo is a unlock at tier 2. Other than that, nothing down here is screaming mega tier 2 ticket. Not gonna lie. This is a... You want to build this. What's going on here? Yeah, build Maddie and Strife, brother. Get yourself some crystals. Those are big characters. Yeah, you'll want to build them up. Just factor it into where you can. I know if you're not like grinding, some people don't have as much time to grind materials every day. They can get the crystals, they can get the uniforms. It's no big deal, but getting all the materials to build all the characters and tier 4 them and stuff, I know for some people that can't play quite as much can be difficult. But keep them on your radar. Maybe make a little list, because those guys should be towards the top of your list. As far as who to build, who else is down here? Who else is snoozing down here? I see Adam, but no uniform yet, so maybe that goes behind those other two. I would think. Where is Wanda? I don't know. In here somewhere. Got the Weapon Hex Seasonal down here. We got Rachel Summers with the uniform. She needs her artifact for revive, though. Correct? I believe. There she is. So the zombie uniform here would be a really good pickup and a really good one to build for Alliance Battle. That's for sure. Oh, Flame Allies. That was why, for dispatch. Yeah, he actually has some use. Not a lot. I wouldn't run. You've got other fish to fry. So... Woo! Okay, Yeah, lots to do. A list, man. Yeah, did you? Okay, so yeah, you're like coming back, right? To the game or something like that? Because yeah, you got a lot of like old uniforms, characters halfway built, so yeah, if that's the case, if you're coming back from 1 tier 4 to this, you're cooking, bro. Cooking. Definitely tier 4 Ares, if for no other reason than he's got a brilliant CTP of Rage. Unless you're going to unequip that and give it to someone else, just go ahead and tier 4 your guy. Also, there's no CTP, so without a CTP in 1 day, I wouldn't put her towards the top of your priority list at all. I'd put her towards the bottom. Let's see. Okay, so priorities, right? Use that Brilly Rage. So tier 4 Ares. That would be smart. Or if you have another plan for that where you're unequipping it, maybe, but you might want to just tier 4 Ares and let the guy cook. In fact, looking at your roster, tier 4 Ares is going to be huge for you, so go for it. You don't have Hulk either, so it's going to be all the days for Ares, like for the most part. So he's going to be a huge priority. Madeline and Strife, though they're PvP, should be huge priorities to build. So anytime you're like building someone up, you know, tier 2, tier 3, tier, you know, maybe not tier 4 just yet, get them up towards tier 4 so they're ready to go. But definitely Ares. Kid Omega needs a CTP for Alliance Battle. Don't think you have another option though. So eventually you'll want to give him a CTP and tier 4 him for Alliance Battle. So maybe like Ares. Tough call. Ares, then start with Ares and build Maddie and Strife and see where you're at. You could throw Kid Omega in there for a tier 4 and get him a rage for to cover those couple days, but really getting those PvP characters would be huge. That would make your team battle arena team so much stronger, and Otherworld battle. Strife is really big for Otherworld battle and team battle arena. Madeline Pryor as well. And I actually think that's going to be Gore's like biggest strength, and it's going to be odd for a lot of people. It sounds like he does counter Madeline pretty well. So for free-to-play players, he's going to be a really nice one to have to counter Madeline teams, is what I'm guessing. Along with some other stuff. All right, man. Anything else for you, Spider? Want to make sure we get all your questions answered, bro. Surprised it took us this long to review your account. I don't know. Have we looked before? I think it's going to be a while before you think about tier 4ing supports or anything like that. You've also got Kamala Khan for Inhumans Day, but she goes at the bottom of the list. Awesome, man. Good deal. Yeah, that gives you some stuff to work on. Good stuff, man. The swords and the cards are looking great, and the roster is making really good progress, man. Thanks for all the support. Appreciate you, Spider. Thank you, man. All right, let's see here. Let me look at my list. Spider's done. You're done. We're getting rid of these because I don't know who they are. Okay. Go ahead and throw up some IGNs. Let's see. I'm going to start after I say that. I'm just going with the first ones I see. Yes, I don't care who you are. I'm just going to grab the next one. So just be ready. you. Go with Ollie. Although, haven't we looked at yours, Ollie, kind of recently? So maybe we'll go quick if we have. Maybe you can think of some specific questions. I could be making that up, though. I already got yours. No, I didn't. Perfect. It was right before I asked, so that's perfect that you posted it again. There we go. What's up, Madeline? What's going on, dude? And then I am going to grab this one, dude, because you've been asking forever, bro. So we'll grab 5 instead of 4. Let's grab that. And last one for this round. I don't know how many we're going to do today, but we'll at least do these. This is a lot. What's up, Oofernut? What's going on, man? So I got those ones first. Let's go ahead and try and blast through these. All right, 115 on the badge. This was a newer player, it sounded like. Black 88 for the Alliance. Let's go. How are the swords looking? Are we cooking? Yeah, swords look fine, man. This is great for a brand new account. You got another seasonal reset, so once we get the discount, you should be able to make some more progress, but this looks really good. 3.4% cooldown. Nice. Looking at the cards. The cards you have equipped are okay. These are great. This one's okay. Be very careful with these last two choices. You either need to like, you just need to make up your mind. Basically, if you want to go into a hybrid type set, right, you want one or both HP procs, and you don't have Ghost Rider, a 20% all attack proc. So if you equip both HP procs, you don't have room for Ghost Rider. And like Ghost Rider would technically go here. Whether or not you want to replace this with Ghost Rider, that's up to you. If you want like the hybrid set, it's New Avengers number 9, Marvel Zombies, and Ghost Rider. But you could just go Guardians of the Galaxy and Ghost Rider for a full PvE set that would absolutely cook. You could do Marvel Zombies for 1 HP proc and Ghost Rider for a 1 HP proc hybrid set that would cook in PvE. That's up to you. But if your last chats are you just asking me to look at your IGN, I see you. Wow, that was a lot of spam, bro. Dang. Let's get through these, and then we'll see where we're at, man. I do see you, though, specifically. Alariza, I see you, bro. So anyways, it's up to you what you do here. It can be based on what you get, but you do want to have, like, sort of a plan, so you're not just equipping. Really, just make sure you don't equip, like, Baby Spidey or some other thing that's going to complicate getting the best cards on your, no problem, bro. No problem. On your set. Because it's when you get something in the way that it's going to be an issue. So, yeah, like I said, totally up to you. Marvel Zombies, Ghost Rider, leave Black Panther, Marvel Zombies, New Avengers, replace Black Panther with Ghost Rider, or Guardians of the Galaxy, Ghost Rider, full PvE, whatever you decide. Be a beautiful set. These are good cards. Craft them up one at a time. So finish your White Fox so you can get that attack stat. Then finish Luna Snow, and then before you craft any more stars on this card, just decide whether or not you're going to keep it on the set. If you are going to keep it, go ahead and craft it. If not, stop crafting it so you can remove it for a little bit cheaper. Probably a good idea. But there you go. Other than that, you got a great start here. Lightning Resist Blue is not what we're looking for. So yeah, too bad for Lightning Resist Blue. A Greed Wolverine. Make sure you try and find a second Greed. Really important that he gets a Mighty Greed and not just a regular if you're going to give him a Greed. Because this, I believe, does not give him Super Guard Break immunity. Plus, you don't get the Ambush proc. So you're missing out on a whole lot of what makes the CTP of Greed good, if anything does. I do like the physical attackness of your OB have on Wolverine. That is good. 7-second cooldown, and we've got energy attack. Uru. Nice. Mighty competition here. 7 seconds. Nice. Could reroll this for depending on what you're doing with Ghost Rider. I roll the all attack, all defense proc up top, and then you want the 200 proc on the bottom. I like all attack, all defense because it works for me everywhere. Hype amplification is more just for PvE. So like if you're using Ghost Rider for World Boss Legend plus pushing, or just as a clear, you might want to use hype amplification, but there you go. That's the story with that one. 0.9 for 1 here needed, obviously, but probably just haven't gotten there yet. And then no CT here. Are you free to play on this one? If this is a free to play account, I would probably just skip on the new Snow Symbiote. You'll have other things you want to prioritize for your crystals, like Mephisto. But yeah, looking at your characters here, these two are going to be a really big priority with where you're at on a very early account. What's up, Baldwin? Sentry is going to be really good. You really want to get him a Mighty Conquest when you can, and work towards getting Sentry to tier 4. I would not go with Doctor Strange first. You'd be better off with Ares over Doctor Strange, in my opinion. Ares covers like 5 days of ABXL, and Doctor Strange is going to cover like like 1 or 2 to 3 maybe in your state or whatever, because he'll cover some extra days that he's not the best for, possibly. But Ares just covers a lot of days, so that might be a good choice for a tier 4. Sentry's a really good choice for a tier 4, and then get Mephisto on your radar because he's like the best tier 4 for sure. You also don't have Zeus, and I should be telling people Odin is extremely strong. He is redundant with Loki, but he outscores Loki at everything. So any account can build Loki as the go-to striker and Odin for scores. But it's up to you. If you're free to play, you may want to just let Loki rule the world. He's got a crown already. And skip on Odin. But if you do want like the highest scoring, one of the highest scoring characters in the game, you're going to want to look into Odin. You've also got Zombie Wanda. On this account, you're early on, and especially if this is free to play, I don't think Odin is the direction you want to go here. Odin does have a cool eye patch. You will note no cool eye patch here at all. So that is definitely something to consider. And yeah, that's it, really. Yeah, you're free to play. So yeah, you're really going to want to like build up Sentry for PvP. Watch out for Mephisto. Try and get his Union. Build him. In the meantime, Warstar Venom is okay. Ares is going to be a big one. I'd probably even do Bullseye over Warstar Venom. I think on your account, Bullseye actually covers a lot of ground for you. But you can compare. And yeah. Definitely don't build her. She gets bricked, and that's just the way it is. There you go. Any other questions for you, man? Sort of, Arif, but they don't share days, man. So it's like, what do you mean better? They'll be better in World Boss Legend, maybe. But even then, they don't share restrictions. So, but he's very strong. His scores are really high. Oh, whoa. I mean, all my friends are active, so I can't really kick one off. I'm confused about that question, Callan, to be honest with you. All right, man. Sounds good, Chew. Good luck, brother. A really good start, man. All right, let's jump in. Is this 1 IGN or 2? What do I got here? Is this 1? I don't think so. That can't be right. Who's that? Who wants to claim that? Is that 1 name, 2 names, your name? Oh, this is Sir Spams a lot. I don't want to review this. You haven't logged in 6 years and you're level 6. See if you can sort that out as to why your IGN is bringing up a 6-year-old account that's level 6. Ah, no space. Yeah, you'll want to get your IGN right. Account. Nope. All right. All right. See if you can get it figured out, brother, and then paste your IGN proper in chat once, not 20 times. And we'll see if we can get to you. What's going on, Ollie? Hey, I know this guy. 233 on the badge. Styles. You know, 6-gem swords are sweet, man. You love to see them. Close to getting some more. Keep up the good work. 13% cooldown. Got that concentration roll. Yo, thanks, Nyack. Appreciate it, man. What's up, Athena? What's going on? I don't know, Callan. I'm not sure. So, this really just wants to be Marvel Zombies, man. Real bad. It'd be nice. Get that HP proc instead. Because essentially, this is just a really good hybrid set. And the only problem is this is just dramatically inferior to Marvel Zombies on a hybrid set. That's all it comes down to. How your card's looking. Hold resist, max HP, ignore defense. Yeah, this was probably you just rolled into that, kept it for the Pierce. Looks good. Good. Move speed, fizz defense, all attack blue. Looks bad. Looks bad. All attack blue is fantastic, but the rest of this is pretty sus. Just mainly stats in the colors, right? Cooldowns off color. Yeah, none of those stats are good. Here, I would stop working on this and just replace it. Yep. Same. It'll happen. It'll happen eventually. So in the meantime, if you have other cards to work on, just always work on the other card. Save Crescent for like the very end. And then if you get down to it and you've fixed up these cards, you fixed up this card, and all that's left is Crescent, make sure you have like 15 or 16, maybe 20 rerolls. All right, take it easy, Ruben. Thanks for hanging out, brother. And then rerolls you get after that, start putting them into Crescent. I'm kind of joking, but kind of not, right? Like if you're gonna bring Marvel Zombies in here, it makes more sense to save the rerolls for Marvel Zombies when you get it than to throw them into this thing. You know what I'm saying? Nice, congrats, Cosmic. Dude, lots of people getting money. See, good stuff. Fizz attack here, fine. Be better. This is okay. Card's okay. Good. This one we're looking at, we still need some work. I don't know if you want to try and lock in all attack. I decided in the end that I wanted to. I realized I was going to play long enough and, you know, aggressively enough that in the end I was going to regret it if I didn't go for all attack. I just decided to start locking it in. Up to you in the end, though. Cooldown here. Let's look at your card effects. Cooldown's actually looking really nice. Crit damage is a touch high by 10%. That's not a touch. Crit damage is high. Ignore defense is also about 10% too high. And then as you min-max stats, basically that's it. You're going to want to get your crit damage closer to 30. Get your ignore defense closer to 35 or 40. Funnel everything you can into HP. Your HP is actually looking really good already for a hybrid set. A little more dodge, maybe. Try and get another 10% dodge for your CTPs of Rage. And other than that, it's looking pretty good. You may want to go for another 10% cooldown as well if you can fit it. So you're not relying on your swords in the end game for cooldown, but that's up to you. That's a long-term play, whether or not you go that route. 80% on the bottom, looking good. Nice. 220 fitty. Good. 7-second cooldown. Hopefully you can get him a mighty comp some point soon here. Nice. Mighty. Is that brilliant? Excuse me? Hello? Hello. We got the judgment here. How are we rolled here? Type amplification 200. Not her best CTP, but kind of is what it is, right? Same thing here, not his best CTP at all. You got a rage here that you could swap to someone else of it. Mighty rage there. Wow. Roster is built out. Need some competitions, eh? Okay, so looking at the CTPs you have, there's a couple rages I would unequip eventually. Like Luna probably doesn't want to rage. Ghost Rider doesn't want to rage. So you could snatch those eventually. And I think you can maybe just leave this. I don't know when, if we're going to see a Jean Grey upgrade. But yeah, you probably want her for PvP anyways when that day comes, or for both CTPs. So don't rush to unequip this, but it's not doing you much good right now. You're probably using her for some days, I would imagine. Maybe even over Wanda, since you have a judgment, and I don't know if you have the zombies, but you may want to get the zombies uni, make some changes here if you don't have it. Get her a rage. She would much rather have the mighty rage than the mighty judgment. So just some things you can work on with the CTP. Getting him a second comp. I wouldn't rush to fix this. I think it's fine. You have other places I think you need a conquest. Guessing. Or maybe not. Maybe you want to try and get a conquest on your Silver Surfer if everybody else has what they need. Why not? I don't think you need Kid Omega for Mutant. What do you need? Do you need anything? Speed Villain? It looks like maybe Speed Villain, so Bullseye would be the one you're missing. So if you were looking for another pickup in a build, that would be one you could go for. Bro, you gotta stop with the spamming, dude. It's insane. One message will do. You can also tag me if you have like one message you want me to see that's important. Something I asked for or something like that. Feel free. I can't help but notice how that has a space in it. It's like I'm weirded out. No, I'm not trying to pick on you. Just like that you don't know your own IGN. It kind of freaks me out. That's where I was. Yeah, like all I can see really is Speed Villain, and I didn't see if you have Zombie Wanda. No competitions. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Waiting for that all attack. Perfect. Need Kid Omega, but low on crystals. Yeah. Just so, did you say whether you have Zombie Wanda or not? Did I see? Anyways, that's a lot of what I think would be good. I have a Brilliant Conquest to Gore rather than Kang. What do you think? Oh, I gave or I have? I think Kang's going to be better, but I think it's okay. If you want to move it around, you can, but if you want to move it around... Nah, dude, you don't know. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I wouldn't move it. It would cost so many crystals, bro, and if you're short on crystals, you already have a Mighty Conquest here, you have a Brilliant Conquest here, and you've got a Brilliant Greed here. I don't think you're in a hurry to try and switch them up. For me, Shaka, I would say Mephisto, but that's from a free-to-play point of view, where, like, I don't need Odin because I have Loki. So if you're, like, just looking for, like... I also would have to check, but... If Odin covers all the hero alien days, all of Loki's days, all of Zeus's days, it's a pretty close call between the two. Who is the most, like, who's better? All I know is that Mephisto doesn't have someone that can almost do everything that he does for, like, a fourth of the cost. I know that. So, yeah, that's where my thoughts lie on that one, I suppose. I think Brilliant Comp Mephisto or Brilliant Comp Odin is going to break everything in the game with the damage it's going to do, so there's that too. Anywho, anything else for you, Ollie? Or does that about do it? Definitely cooking. Your roster's getting nice and built out here. You just gotta like, yeah, that's really it, man. Beanline some of the. I thought Mephisto could utilize a rage better than Odin. Again, I wouldn't know. I don't even have Odin, and I have a comp on my Mephisto. But what are you doing down here? That felt like you were chomping something up in your mouth. What's in here? Bro, out. Out. Sneaky little sneaky. And I had like a day. Day being yesterday. She came over here and she like had something in her mouth and she like spit it out on the floor. And normally dog's got something in her mouth. I don't care. But it was one of my meds. And it freaked me out, man. But it was so weird that she like brought it to me and spit it out. Usually she'll hide whatever's in her mouth and be like, no, you can't have it. Anyways, I don't even know if it would have hurt her if she ate that medication. I have no idea, but human meds for dogs is bad. All right, bro. Hopefully that helps you out, Ollie. Let's see if we can get this to work really quick. Hey, yo, we got her. That looks more like it, brother. Not amused. Let's go. 171 on the badge. How are them swords looking? If you're working hard on these, you're probably getting some bad luck. So either I hope you get some good luck, or make sure you're working on your swords, because you should be at 177. You should be about 2 seasons into Otherworld battle. So it's possible this is just some less than awesome luck. But yeah, you want to get rid of these 3 gem swords if you have any left. I thought I saw 3. No, you're doing good. Yeah, you've got them all 4. I just can't see colors because I'm getting tired. Yeah, that's good. So maybe it is just bad luck. Hopefully you get some 5 gem swords here moving forward. And you got almost 10% cooldown there. Good. Same story here. This could be Marvel Zombies or it could not. It's up to you. If it doesn't have to be, but you'd get that nice second HP proc if it was. So something to consider. Let's do it this way. Attack speed's low. You need like 15% more attack speed or so. Dodge is very low at 1%. Ignore defense is pretty good. You might be just a touch under, but just check your builds. Cooldown is very high. It's like 10% at least too high. You're also getting a bunch from your swords plus the 14% from your alliance. So you're like, I think like 30% over cap. Not really, but like 20% over cap or something like that. All accounted for. So yeah, long ways to go here, but just keep grinding. You got some good blue stats already. Max HP, crit damage, cooldown, all that. Good stuff. You might want to try for dodge here. Recovery rate is not optimal. That's up to you. All basics is red. Not good, not good, not good, 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 not good. I mean, it's a good stat, but it's a bad color. Let's see here. Poison resist, no thank you. Max HP, yes, but blue, please. Flame resist, blue, no. Mind resist, no. Cooldown, yes. Fizz attack, half as good as all attack. Cooldown time is good. Good to lock down. Red energy defense, bad. Blue flame resist, bad. Blue crit damage, I think you're good on crit damage, so you'll want to lock that one. And then cold resistant energy attack, need to roll. No thanks, no thanks, no thanks. Yes, please. Yes, please. And give it to us blue. There you go. All right, looking at your roster. Read on Wolverine. This needs to be re-rolled. You want Combat Blast 150 on top, preferably, and the Ambush proc. 7-second cooldown is good. Energy attack Uru is good. You need the 55% damage reduction here for the 7-second cooldown on this one. You're going to want to re-roll that. Energy attack is good. Rage here, same thing. You need to re-roll this for 0.9 per 0.9 basic damage per 1%, which will give you the 7-second cooldown on the rage. Like this, 0.9 per 1, 7-second cooldown. like this. Rage isn't great for Ghost Rider anymore. You could look into an alternative and maybe give this to somebody who can utilize it better in the future. He does better with like a Judgment for striking a big single damage proc, or like a Greed or a Conquest. Or PvP with the Savage Avengers uniform. Don't give him the PvP. In fact, the only other CTP I would give him in this uniform is a Judgment. And that would mainly be just to use this Rage somewhere else. Got a single Conquest here, so you need another Conquest for your Null. So with PvP CTPs, you don't want to be equipping normal Conquests. Like, you'd be so much better off here with one of these characters having a Mighty Conquest than both of these characters having a regular Conquest. That is because when you take this to the Mighty level, it gets a bunch of, you get like Super Guard Break immunity, you get the Clash proc for extra damage, you get lots of good stuff that you need, as opposed to just having a meh CTP on 2 characters. But it is what it is now. I don't think I would unequip anything here. I would get the newest Sentry uni when you can, and I would give him a Mighty Conquest. Back when he came out and people were like, oh, if you have the old Sentry uniform, you can skip the Thunderbolts uniform. That didn't pan out to be the case. This is very bad compared to the new Sentry. Zombie Wanda is the one you're gonna want for Alliance battle coverage. She could use that Rage that is on your Ghost Rider. Luna Snow wants a comp, but I don't know. I think your only competition is here on Storm. So probably go with a Rage for Mephisto, and then your next competition, try and give it to Luna. If you can. And then as far as next tier 4s, without the comp, I think Luna is kind of okay to wait. I think Mephisto, you really want to get him a Rage and get him to tier 4, get him something because he's insane. Let's see who you've got waiting down here. You got Kang. You got a lot of PvP stuff you need to build. Expensive builds too. And you're missing a lot of Alliance battle coverage. You're missing Speed Villain. So Bullseye is the character to cover Speed Villain right now for Alliance battle. You're also missing Wanda, Zombie Wanda, to cover a bunch of stuff. You're missing Kid Omega for like Blast Mutant Hero kind of stuff. You're missing... who else? I don't know. I think I may be missing 1 or 2 other characters that you need for Alliance battle. Ares. You're missing Ares for all that alien villain, combat villain, all that stuff. So Ares would be another one that would be really good to invest in for you. Yep. Get him built up. Get him a CTP because he covers a lot of value. Hold off on Kang, man. You got the uni, but you've got other things you need to build. Your Alliance battle days need some coverage. So do a couple tier 4s for Alliance battle. Then start thinking about your PvP tier 4s. Because you need to tier 4 Mephisto, Wanda, maybe Bullseye, Luna, Ares. It's a long list. And not in that order, too. You should, like, really prioritize Ares and getting him a CTP of Rage. You should really prioritize Mephisto and getting him a CTP. You could go ahead and do Null, but honestly, dude, unless you just really want to get him to tier 4 to try and push a little better in timeline battle, just focus on PvE for now, I would say. I think that's a big one. No to Gore. I think you should pass for now. You have enough stuff to build that you're going to be busy till Black Friday anyways. So if we get to Black Friday and you still want Gore, you could maybe pick it up then. In the meantime, you have plenty of other things to build. As far as Ghost Rider goes, the Savage Avengers uniform is good for PvP. And I would probably pick it up and get him, like I said, either a Judgment or like a Conquest. Probably a Judgment. You'll probably want to give him a Judgment. Yeah. And let that cook. That one might be worth getting at 40% though, because he's really nice for Team Battle Arena and stuff like that. And you've already got him tier 4. All right, man. I hope that helps you. I'm going to try and keep going and keep up the pace here. Let's go with GSG Wix and Dub. "31st Avengers." Not as cool as this name. Not even close. 177 on the badge. Very, very similar situation with your swords. All 4 gems is really nice. I just hope for luck for you. That's where I'm at. Basically, if people are 2 seasons in and they still have 3 gem swords, they might be snoozing. But if you got all 4 gem swords, it's highly possible that RNG is just trolling you. And it's just taking you some time. No cooldown on the swords, which is okay. But early game, honestly, some cooldown on the swords can be very nice. Just go ahead and... Damn this card. This is a good set of cards, except Crescent is a bit out of place. There are several replacements for Crescent that would be better for this card set, in my humble opinion. Baby Spidey would make this a full PvE set that just cooks. Marvel Zombies would give you a single HP proc for Hybrid Splash. That would be a much better hybrid card than Crescent. Or you could just leave Crescent and have a suboptimal card. It's totally up to you. The stats here aren't amazing, but you are getting Pierce, so this could be all attack. Energy attack is good, but it could be all attack. Crowd control is good. Crit damage is good, but flame resist is bad. Lightning resist is bad. CCT time is good. So a bit of a mixed bag here, and up to you in the end if you want to replace this thing. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, a good set of cards, and all of these are definitely super quality. Yeah, she's good for PvP sets, but she really is just for PvP sets. Yeah, and I don't even know how... She's good for that, but it's just all it is that. It's very defensive. It's max HP, all basic defense with the max HP as a secondary role. I almost would rather have this in my set, but that's just... You know what I mean? The reason, I guess, and I'm just like riffing now, and I shouldn't because I should save my breath. Attack speed would be very suboptimal comparatively to what you have here. The one thing Crescent has going for her, and what makes it, honestly, what makes it a good card, is the fact that max HP, all attack, and all defense are non-cappable stats that you just want as much of as possible. And especially in a PvP only set, you're really chasing that all basic defense. So getting the 10% here instead of something like attack speed, ignore defense, or some crud like that is what makes this card good. And that doesn't translate as well to a hybrid set because it doesn't bring any attack to the equation. Just a bunch of all defense and stuff. And you're actually looking for that crit damage stuff with a hybrid sets. Yes, Ghost Rider works with a judgment for PvP. It's not the best, but it's what I use, and it honestly works pretty well. Because what he ends up doing is getting his immortality triggered and then just getting in. You want him to get in one big heavy-hitting attack, and the judgment offers that with the 200%. Nice. There you go, bro. If you're crafting zombies currently, that is a fantastic replacement. And there you go. Then you'll get 1 HP proc. Nice little hybrid set. Get this crafted up to perfect. Once these cards are close to perfect, you can unlock a second set. Hang on to this. Put it in that second set. Then you can look to either leave this Marvel Zombies alone, which is probably the best bet. Get a second one for your full PvP set. And then when you do get that PvP set online, you can take this Marvel Zombies and you can roll it to PvE. You can give it like attack, and all kinds of good stuff if you want. Or you can just replace it. Put it on your PvP set. As far as your card stats go, this one's got like 2 suboptimal stats on it, but it is 6 blue stars currently. So maybe someday you go back and fix this. You'd probably want... Bruh, like it's weird too, because you're going to do a 1-card hybrid. I would treat it like you're building for a PvE set, if that makes sense. So like, don't go chasing all defense here. You don't need to. If you're going to go into a second set of PvP cards within a year, I don't know that it's worth going back and chasing Recovery rate, like, again, like dodge would be nice, but I don't think you need to chase a bunch of crowd control time down if this isn't going to be a full hybrid set that you're looking at keeping permanently, or a PvE set. Because you can kind of make some of those exceptions for a PvE. But yeah, movement speed's not optimal. Dodge would be better here, and then crowd control time down would be here. Dodge would be better here, or CCT. CCT would be better here. Other than that, oh, and then, yeah, the second stat here hurts. So you may want to fix this one eventually, too. This is your cooldown, attack speed, crit rate roll. And honestly, this is a good thing to point out. Of all the rolls outside of attack and stuff, this is one of the ones you do not want to settle for a resist or some crap on. Because all sets of cards end up utilizing this stat line to great effect. Whether it's for attack speed, crit rate, or cooldown, you're going to want some combination of those, and resists will, like, as far as I know, never be a better substitute. And I don't think you did that on purpose, by the way. I'm just pointing that out. That card stat in particular, a very good one, because you end up utilizing stats. Flame resist, no thank you. Ignore defense, red, no thank. You really could use some dodge. So if you want to try to roll for some of that, that's good. And then HP would be better than energy. Sure. So you could be stingy. You could be a stickler on this card, and you may want to. And make sure you roll this up proper. A couple stats here that could be better. And then we talked about it. And if you're going to replace it, no need to work on it. All right. What you got going on in here? Oh, yeah. We went out of order. Good. 60, 70. Could be 80 if you ended up in a bunch of extra obelisks. 150 speed universal with ambush. Fantastic. 7 seconds. Fantastic. Fantastic. Also 70. Could be an 80 in the future if you wanted. 7-second cooldown. Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. 80%. 7 seconds. Yo, you got it. You know what you're cooking. I tap. Well, probably want a conquest for this fellow. I've got bad news for you. Kind of got to wait. No one else is here. It's gonna have to hang tight. Try not to eat any medicine or drugs or anything off the floor. Maybe avoid putting anything sharp in your mouth, any razor blades or anything like that you may find. Why don't you just come hang out and help me review some accounts. Let's see. What do you think, Gene? What do you think about Gene? Yeah, not much use there at this point. I don't... Just get in there. Okay, you got it? Okay. Good. Ow, no claws. Get that out of here. Not as cute. I guess we'll look at it from this lens. What are we missing here? We do have Speed Villain. There you go. That's cute. Don't lay on. You do have Speed Villain. You do have Gwenpool. Bang and bong with you banging everything. Not to mention you're going to unplug that mic and I'm going to hate you for it. Most of your alliance battle coverage is here, just from quick glance. Where are we missing? A mutant hero? Is that it? Blast, like Kid Omega? I think that's the only one you're missing there. And then maybe Gam Gam for alien female. That's it. I think so for alliance battle. And there's Kid Omega right there. Speak of the devil. Yeah, yep. There he is. Yep. So, Kid Omega for sure. Gore, yeah, tier 4 it. Sounds like a plan. You don't have a long list of tier 4s here from what I can see. You could maybe utilize Ares for a day or two. It looks like you're on top of stuff, man. Yeah, just Kid Omega Gore. Then after that, you're like in the same kind of boat I'm in. Where you can start looking at either like niche. Am I missing something? Yeah, PvP characters or supports. So you either start looking into other PvP characters. Cap's nice with his uni. If you want to pick it up, it's like just a cheap build, cheap character, gets some stuff done. I like it personally. I do not regret picking up Captain America's uniform. I know he doesn't have immortality or revive, so it is what it is, you know. CTP of energy Deadpool is kind of like, huh? But I don't know. You could tier 4 Deadpool. Yeah, you're like getting out of the range of like, I need to tier 4 this guy, right? Got a brilliant comp, man. That's so sick. So here's the thing. Yeah, huge W. Also, what up, Desmond? Speaking of huge W's, what up, bro? That is crazy. Grats on the brilliant comp. I would say you need to juggle. You're gonna have to do some juggling here. She doesn't want to rage, right? So this mighty rage should come off. But whether I think it's worth giving her a brilliant, I don't. I think optimally this competition goes on Luna. The brilliant competition goes on either Mephisto or Odin. And the mighty rage goes elsewhere. I thought I had a spot in my head. Did I? Put the mighty rage elsewhere. I'm trying to think where. No one like needs it with it. Oh, what about your... Oh, yeah, we had our single rage there. I don't know. Yeah, maybe Ares? Hate to give him the mighty, but over who? I mean, you don't need it anywhere else. So, yeah, that might be kind of it, man. I just don't know if you want to park a brilliant competition on Luna over like a Mephisto or an Odin. Because Mephisto and Odin cover lots of days, and Luna covers a couple days, right? So I would think get the most out of the Brilly. Yeah, so I would probably go with unequipping this. Give this to Luna, as crazy as this all sounds. Give him the brilliant competition, and then just find a nice, comfy house for that mighty rage. That kind of stuff's tough for me. I get DMs like that too. It's like, why are you ignoring me? Look around you at the world, right? If you look around you, how many people in a day ask me to look at their accounts, right? So like, do you think I'm ignoring you? Or do you think it's just that there's a lot of other people in the world, you know? And it's nothing personal. It's not that they, it's like DMs too on Discord, guys. If I don't get back to you, in fact, I should make it a rule. If people say anything along the lines of why are you ignoring me and why don't you respond and why aren't you getting back to me, I am just going to ignore you permanently. It's what it's going to come down to, because it's like the answer is so obvious right there in front of you. You know, I respect you too. I respect all you guys. I appreciate you guys, even the ones that spam, which isn't you. But I appreciate your time and I appreciate you guys being here. These take forever. I'm so long-winded. And if I came in here and I like went through these and I went, your swords are okay. You need to replace Crescent. Roster looks pretty good. Gwenpool sucks. You need a comp on Luna. Next tier 4 should be Gore and Kid Omega. We could do that, and I would probably look at 5 times as many accounts as I do. But bro, that's hardly even advice. You can go get all of that. I mean, like, what are we even doing at that point? You can glean all of that from 5 minutes on any YouTube channel. You could just go look at a couple other players, right? So you get the point. So it's like, if we don't get into the nitty gritty and I'm not asking you about your account personally, what's the point? You know, then I'm just wasting my time, wasting your time. Most importantly, wasting everybody else's time, right? Because, you know, I'm not telling anyone anything they don't know at that point, right? So yeah, we got one more on this list. We got Saffrot 101. Wonder Boys. Let's see what you got going on, man. So we're still doubled up on some swords, which is a bit sketchy. 164, we are getting to that like second season of Otherworld battle territory, maybe even a third. You really want to try and make sure you're not doubled up on swords anymore. I personally think this is kind of an old school tactic for people when PvP was much more difficult to navigate and it was harder to get these materials. It doesn't take hardly any time at all to get a 4-gem sword of each color, so look on focusing on doing that maybe when you get back to this. Nice, coming back to the game. And here's the other thing. Cosmic, what's your IGN? Because I'm pretty sure I did your review. And the other thing that's tough is people coming back saying, where's my account review when I've already looked at your account? That one's tough. I don't know. It's possible you might have missed it, but you just give me your IGN so I know. Because it's possible I am intentionally ignoring you. You want a date? Okay. How about... Let's do Friday, August 7th. Looks like I am free. Completely. I'm just joking, bro. No, what's your IGN? Golly! What's your IGN, I said. What's your IGN? Anyways, so try and get a sword of each color best you can, and then obviously good luck getting 5 and 6 gem swords, because it's a pain. All right, looking at the card set, returning player. Let's go ahead and replace Scarlet Witch when you can. This card, I think, is fine for PvE, right? So why don't we just put Ghost Rider here and call it a PvE kind of day? You know what I mean? That sounds good to me. Oh, he's not spamming. He's just talking. I'm like dying inside right now. That joke sucks. It's a terrible joke. Yeah, I just think you need Ghost Rider, and you'll be in really good shape, man. That makes this one of the best PvE sets you can make. You'll end up with an absurd amount of attack on this set if you do that. 20% attack proc, can be stacked with like triple attack, I think, or something like that. Physical attack proc, energy attack proc, plus a bunch of other energy attack, plus attack. Just gonna be saturated in attack. Good. Crit rate, we need about 10% more. 10% more crit damage. Dodge, you need a bunch. Cards are still a big work in progress, so all these stats will change a lot as you build them. You want at least 10% more cooldown on the cards, and ignore defense is right where you want it. What time is it? You can wait just a little bit longer. Almost there. We're almost there. I might do 1 or 2 more charity items after this one. Did I mean to go in here? Nothing to lock there. Those are all pretty bad. You just want to keep crafting the cards, see what you get. We're not going to work on that one. We're going to replace it. Probably look for all attack, but if you are very free to play and you're not as worried about it, you can take energy attack blue if you roll it, or fizz attack blue. Attack speed is great. Movement speed wants to be crit damage or all defense. If you're going for a PvE set of cards, just make sure you have the 30% crit damage. And then after that, you don't have to be too stingy here. All defense is good, but not like mandatory. Crowd control time down is good if you have enough ignore defense, which you did, so this is good. HP is better, but again, PvE, so it's up to you. I don't really like the idea of locking bad stats, but it is your choice in the end. Crowd control time down is also good, but you're going to want some dodge on a PvE set of cards. Hopefully you'll get dodge here. Max HP boo is good. No thank you. No thank you. Real blue, blue cooldown. Very nice. So you can lock that as well. All attack, yes. Attack speed, yes. Flame resist, no. And the rest are off color. Nice, yeah. Get that all fixed up nice and proper for PvE, and then make a PvP set. And honestly, that PvE set will be like, you'll punch really hard in PvP. You'll just die really fast. 0.9 per 1, looking good. CTP 200. No CTP. Need the 0.9 per 1 here, so you get the 7-second cooldown. Okay, so if you're coming back to the game, you should have like a the rewards from the agent guide. So you should have like a CTP of rage. You should have a CTP of competition. Do you have any of that in your bags? That's the thing. There you go. That's part of it too. If you like spam your IGN when I'm like doing other things, I don't see it. I ignore it. I don't, because it doesn't do me any good. We talk about it almost every time. If I start, it's tough. I don't expect everyone to like, I didn't even understand the nuances of how annoying account help can be until I started doing it. Essentially, if I make a list, you guys, no one's ever going to be here for their account review. I have no way to tell them it got completed. It will waste everybody's time. Yeah, we'll just go straight villain mode, bro. You know what I'm saying? Straight start roasting people and stuff, bro. Ooh, salty gray. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to go full-blown Sith. We'll have to join Gore and go Sith mode. Anyways, as far as your tier 4s, bro, you got a lot of good options here. Senchi's great for timeline battle pushing, and you have the mighty CTP. So seems like a really good choice to me. As far as getting him on board, Savage Avengers Ghost Rider is amazing with a lot of CTP options, so another really good one. Yeah, dude, back in the day, bro. Luna would make a great tier 4, but you'll have to plan. That's why I asked about the competition CTP. If you have a single competition, you can either give it to her or Mephisto. Once you build him up to tier 4, you absolutely want to target Mephisto and Loki for tier 4s. Kid Loki, his new uniform is going to be absolutely amazing. If you're like coming back to the game and like trying to catch up, I would probably skip on Odin and just go ahead for now, at least until like Black Friday, and just lean into Loki and let him cover all those alien hero universal kind of days in Alliance battle. And then, yeah, Mephisto is a Giga Chad, and you've got his uni, so build that guy. You'll want to watch for Ares on an account like this, because you don't have Hulk's uni and stuff like that. So Ares, with his newest uni, covers like alien villain, combat alien, and I think one other restriction. So he's very, very good, and you're going to want to look at probably picking up Ares. As far as who's better, that is a case of they're kind of different. Mephisto is sort of like the damage dealer, and Loki's kind of the striker. Mephisto just specializes in massive scores and PvP value, whereas Loki is mostly just high scores and massive striker value. So, waiting on the Mega Tier 2 ticket. Also, if you're free to play, I hate to do this to people, but I highly recommend you save Mega Tier 2 tickets for characters you can't farm manually. But if you do not want to force close for shifter bios, trust me, I understand. And yeah, you can make a tier 2 that guy if you wanted to. And yeah, you're gonna be one of those people that has a list because you're playing catch up, right? So Mephisto, Loki, Sentry are kind of top of the list. Then Luna, Ghost Rider, that kind of stuff. Ares, that's like 6. Is that 6? 6. I got my other hand down here. 6 tier 4s with like 2 native tier 3 tier 4s. So no, hold off on Carnage. Hold off on Carnage. You don't have a CTP, and he is way behind a lot of these other characters. Way behind. You probably wouldn't tier 4 Carnage for like, yeah, you just have a lot of other like meta stuff that you'd be doing before Carnage, so he'd constantly be getting put behind everybody else. Like all those characters I mentioned should be well before Carnage. Doctor Strange, Loki, Mephisto, Luna, Ghost Rider, Sentry. All should get tier 4s. Ares, before you even... And then a whole other laundry list of characters, honestly, before you think about Carnage, because there's actually a bunch of other PvP characters that you'd want to do before Carnage, like Logan, Ghost Rider, you know, I can't think of them off the top of my head, but Sentry, Mephisto, Gore even, the entire PvP meta, Silver Server, yeah, Carnage is kind of just out. I tier 4'd Carnage because, why did I? We grabbed his artifact, I had a CTP of Greed for the guy, and we were bored. I didn't really have another tier 4 that I needed to do, that I wanted more. Plus, I'm missing a bunch of other PvP characters that I can't have, like Maddie, yada, yada, yada. So Carnage, I do end up using him in Otherworld Battle and TBA occasionally, but not for most people. All right, man. There you have it. Now I am going to do what I want to do. Cosmic's never getting an account review, because he straight had me going and then gave me my IGN. Like I don't review my account every day. No problem, Overduel. Hope that helps, brother. What I am gonna do is just go backwards and see. There we go. Is Rohat still here? You still here, bro? You're still here. We can take a look. We got time. And then one other one. I want one other person that is, I don't care about anyone else except for people that I possibly have been ignoring for a long time. Okay, Rohat's still here. Let's take a look, brother. All right, man. Alariza. That's the one. You read my mind, bro. Alariza, give me your IGN, brother. Yeah, and we'll look at those two. And then that's it for today. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll try and get a couple more. I'll try, guys, to keep them going the best I can. Like, I lose my voice. I got to be honest with you guys. This stuff, like, makes me tired. I'm old. I put thought into these things. This isn't just, like, throw away whatever stuff. So it poops me out a little bit. And I got to do, you know, I got to stop the stream. And then we got to go have a whole day. I haven't even started my day yet, guys. Woo! So, yeah, you know how it goes, man. All right, there we go. And we'll look at Alariza as well, because I know you have been asking for a while. Anyone but Cosmic. I'm just kidding, kind of. All right, so we're looking at 146 on the badge. Direness? Direness? The direness of it all. Direnessness. Swords are looking pretty good. We do have a sword of every color. And it looks like we do have at least 4 gems on every sword, which is kind of the baseline. We also got some 5-gem swords here, which is very... Yeah, and I gotta, like, eat food and pee. Stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? And everybody knows, I can't eat on stream because grimy pipes will literally find where I live and come, like, burn my house down. So, can't eat on stream either. I don't know about peeing on stream. We could maybe do that, but... we'll see. I think there's other issues with that. Let's see. Card set is looking a bit wonky. This is a strange one. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I have seen this specific combination of P cards. Look up the list. I should have asked. There is no list. That's the other problem with account reviews. I think people think there's some kind of like magic way this works. Bro, we're all just chilling looking at accounts, man. It's on some way it's random. There's no fairness, unfortunately, in a way. I know that's like tough, but it's true. There's no like line or priority system. I'm literally, you guys, just remembering whose accounts I've looked at and trying to avoid IGNs I recognize as ones I've looked at recently. That's all I do. I try my best to make sure we're looking at new accounts and not the same ones over and over. That's what matters. Trying to think what's the best way out of this. I think you go full PvP and you just put new Avengers here. I think you just rotate this out. No, we're good. And I'm also just being a tired guy. And I hope I'm not coming across too grouchy. I just did want to say that too. We like at some point it is good to voice sort of how this is working from my end. You guys are great. I'm not even salty. Don't sweat it. No spam, but I don't even like hate on you guys for throwing you. I mean, I know I've been on the other end of this equation. I know how it goes. Yeah, I think New Avengers number 9 here is the way. Then you get the full PvP set just the way you want it. Hey, maybe you're experimenting with the PvP set with the Fantastic Four card. I haven't heard very good results from doing that. And unfortunately, it doesn't bring any HP to the table. But you could also, yeah, and you don't really want to look at this as like a PvE hybrid set, because if you start thinking about this as a hybrid set, this becomes problematic. This is actually kind of problematic in a hybrid set, so yeah. No worries, Baldwin. I see you though, bro. I see you. So hopefully we'll get you on the next one, man. Yeah, I think you just make that swap. Do it, and then just save this for a PvE set of cards. What do we got here? CCG time down would be good for PvP for sure. Movement speed, you need HP. Ignore defense is fine. All basic defense would be great, but these are all off color. How we looking here? Recovery rate's okay, but dodge or CCT would be better. Max HP is great. Ignore defense is fine. Mind resist is bad. You really want all defense here if this is a PvP set. Crit rate is okay. We'll look at your all stats here in a sec. And then all attack would obviously be twice as good. Poison resist, no thank you. Max HP, yes. Ignore defense off color. Off color. Cooldown, yes. Cold resist, no. So that one's going to need some work. And it looks like we're still working it. Good. Recovery rate, man. Get out of here with this recovery rate. CCT or dodge would be better. Max HP is great. Crowd control time is great. Crit damage is okay. We'll talk about that when we look at your stats. Cooldown is green, and Fizz attack would be better as all attack. Looking at your all stats, they're actually surprisingly good. You have no dodge. So dodge is problematic, obviously. So you're going to want probably 1 or 2 dodge rolls on those cards, even if it is a PvP set. You need some dodge. Probably 2 dodge rolls. At least. Crowd control looks really good. Actually, that's in a really good spot. Ignore defense is only about 5% too high. A lot of the stats are off color though, so these will change as you reroll your cards for sure. These are right about where you want them. Crit rate is just a touch high, and crit damage is good. Same thing as I was talking about earlier. If you're doing a full PvP set, you can sacrifice a little bit of crit damage on your cards to go for all defense. You still want probably 20% at least, so you're probably good. But things may change, like I said. So all defense is very good when you're looking at a PvP set of cards. Max HP, all defense, crowd control time, all very relevant. What you're doing. And that's great, man, because that's a good set of cards. And then once you get that closer to 25% Pierce and all dialed in, get a PvE set going for World Boss Legend pushing and stuff like that. If those alliance battle scores cook in. Double Mighty Rage. 7-second cooldown. 7-second cooldown. Looks good. Looks good. Nice. All those are rolled proper. Okay. So we need a second CTP of Conquest here for Sentry, which you're probably already aware of. Definitely do that, like I said earlier, before you split them between other characters. See, you've got a Mighty Greed there. But Sentry should be the focus still, all the same. And try and get him the Mighty Conquest. And then look at your Alliance battle, right? So, Speed Villain, you've got Bullseye down there. You may want Ares, even though you do have Hulk. He still covers like 3 days or something like that. So he's someone to consider. These two are the other pieces of your Alliance battle puzzle that are missing from what I can see at a quick glance. So that is a good thing. You can probably stick with Warstar for now. Inhumans Day is a 1-day Alliance battle. Tier 4, so that goes way low on the priority list for me, personally. Yeah, that's a good one. With the artifact, you need to get a Mighty Conquest, and then you got a powerhouse there. Where's your Mephisto's tier 4, so really good. Looks good. So yeah, focus on those. That's it, man. Tier 4, these three. prioritize this first and foremost. So as soon as you can get the Mighty Conquest, this is awesome stuff. Finish up this build and get him to tier 4 when you can. Excuse me, and then maybe go for the rest of the Alliance battle coverage. And then null. And that'll keep you busy for a long time, honestly. That's a lot. Also, I'm going to forget to mention Valkyrie for people moving forward. If you're like a brand new account, you have a Brilly Conquest. Okay, then unequip this and put it on Sentry. Booyah! Let's go. And then take this Conquest and pair it up with another one later for Kang or whoever comes up next. You know what I mean? That needs the good CTP. Grats, by the way. That's amazing. Good stuff. Yeah, I would absolutely just remove this CTP on a discount, which we have or are getting either Friday or right now with the CTP thing. And take this off. Wait, do we get the discount? Be sure. Do we get the discount? What's going on here anyways? What is going on? Eh? Eh? Eh. Take me to this menu. Reforge. Reforge. No, we don't have the event now. There was an easy way to check, I guess. I don't know which was easier. Oh! Friday it starts? Oh, no, tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, we got a couple things. There it is. 2 separate things. That's why I was confused, guys, in case you're wondering. Doom mentioned earlier that they were running both of them, but we got a brilliant, Desmond. We got a brilliant greed, bro. Which is awesome. They're 2 separate events, but they are both running. So you'll get unequip discount starting tomorrow. So you can remove that conquest and equip the Brilly if you have the crystals. And if not, just wait and do the same thing on the next discount. Yeah, it's huge, bro. I don't know what we're going to do with it. Did we finish your account review? I don't want to move on before we... I don't want to miss out. I think so, though, right? We talked about your tier 4s. I don't think so. I'll go talk about it. Just a sec here. I actually don't think I'm going to do. I am going to bide my time and wait for either a character that says, oh, I'm the greed character. This character wants a greed, and they're really good. And in that case, I would give them the Brilly Greed. Or just save it for the next Reforge, bro. And just swap it. Or Reforge, exchange. And swap it for a Conquest, brother. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think that's my plan. And that's what I formulated through the live stream. No, it's pretty bad roll. It's pretty bad roll, Icarus. Is that if a character comes along that's really, really good and wants a greed, we'll give him the brilliant greed. Like Gore is not good enough, I'm afraid, with a greed to justify that. I would rather give it to Null over Gore, for sure. But most likely I'll hang on to it till Black Friday and exchange it for a Conquest, which is a huge W. All right, I got one more account to look at today, and then I'm going to get out of here. All right, Alivisa, what you got, brother? What's happening? Fluffy Cutie. That's a nice alliance name. I like that. I like names like that. I had an alliance in a Wild Star, an MMO like World of Warcraft, but a really good one. Uses telegraphs. It was so good. Sad it died. I had an alliance that I ran called Sherbert Squad in that game, and we all had like, God, that game was good. You could fully customize all your gear, paint job and everything. It had this wardrobe system where you could just customize your looks. Oh, it was good. And we all had like these bright sherbet, ridiculous colors, and we had like nicknames, and we were all different flavors of ice cream. And I also had a alliance called the Friendship Ship, which is another one of my favorite silly, cute alliance names. Friendship Ship. And if you can tell me where I got the Friendship Ship from, I'll straight, I don't know, if I could gift you something, I would. Even like $5. Nobody knows where I got that from. Not nobody. All right, man. Swords look good, dude. 5 gems all around. Is that right? Yeah, all of them 5 gems. Hopefully you get a 6 gem here soon. That's kind of annoying. Oh no, here we got a 4. All 5s and 1 4. Hopefully you get a 6 gem here soon. We got 10% on the cooldown. Yeah, this is a great PvE set of cards, no notes. And working on a PvP set, it looks like. Cool. However, going through here, let's see, let's do it this way for fun. We've got fully 25% pierce, right? Let's go take a look. Alariza's here, right? I hope so. I hope so. Let's look at your card effects first. Crit rate is way high. About 20% too high. Crit damage is good. I think we're going to go look at your stats, though, and realize it doesn't matter. Attack is good. Ignore defense is probably fine. Should be good here. You may want another cooldown roll. In the end. And your dodge is high. Okay, so this is a full PvE set of cards. So technically, we don't have to care as much about max HP, all defense, or crowd control time. But they made world bosses hit hard. And if you're going to push further on World Boss Legend, being crowd controlled for less time, having more HP, and having defense are good things. They will help keep you alive. So they are good. They're just not as necessary as they are for a PvP or a hybrid set of cards. So all basic defense is good. Attack speed is good. Mind resist, this is one of those examples. You have plenty of crit damage and you don't need all defense. So you could technically leave this here, right? Crowd control time down, same thing. You have enough ignore defense. This is good. This is good. This is all around pretty good. I think your dodge is fine. Yeah, so you're good. You don't need to change anything here on a PvE set of cards. Dodge, movement speed, HP would be better, but movement speed's going to make you move faster, so that's cool. Ignore defense is good, contributing to that total. Same thing with crit damage. You got mind resist here, but you don't need the crit damage or the all defense necessarily, so you can leave it. Crit rate, all attack. All attack, crit rate. I think you may want to go back and work on one of these cards. Nice, congrats on the Luberation, Ron. I got a brilliant greed, bro. Brilliant. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. I liked Luberation personally, but hey, what can I say? I'm just a big fan of Luberation. You may want to go back to one of these cards, like kind of take your pick. One of the ones with crit rate and maybe some other things that you could fix up. And go ahead and get yourself a little less crit rate and get one more cooldown roll. That way, if you want to min-max your swords at the end of the game, you won't be stuck with like relying on them for cooldown. But again, go over all those stats in detail because you're honestly close on your PvE set, not even really needing to change anything. I think you're missing one or two all attack rolls. Yeah, we got energy attack there and energy attack there. Yep, so you could end up with all attack if you wanted. You could like maybe go back and fix Ghost Rider and go for all attack, cooldown, CCT, and HP. Up to you in the end. And then, yeah, this has a long ways to go. I'm going to save my breath on your PvP set. Nice on the Mighty Comp. Let's go, Sam. Good one, bro. Good, good, good. Yeah, because Alariza, you really are like almost there, but that gives you an opportunity to go for all attack and get that extra cooldown instead of all that crit rate. And it might be worth your time to do that. Let's take a look at your roster. 7 seconds is good. 75 is just fine. Seconds. Hey, Zeus! What up? I like how Zeus is just like prestige now. Prestidigitonium. Those who have the Zeus. You know what I'm talking about? Right. Everyone. Hey, we got to cope somehow, boys. We got to cope somehow. Your CTPs all look great, man. You know what's going on. Got this all kinds of figured out. Judgment there. Rage here, I think we had to settle probably because there was no comp to give her. So hopefully that works out okay. Where is your comp? Is it on? Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Do we have a regular? Well, anyways, hopefully the rage works okay here. I am hearing that she does much better with a comp, so I don't know, man. Up to you. And 80 on that one. Great. Yeah, grats on tier 4 Kang. I was going to say that would be a great tier 4. Lo and behold, ready to go. So as far as Alliance battle coverage, I think all we're missing here is Kid Omega, right? Ares would be beneficial. No, you need Ares for combat alien, right? Which, by the way, I think it's going to take a sec for us all to really figure out how valuable this Valkyrie uniform is. That Valkyrie uniform can cover female alien, combat alien, female, combat female. It's a lot, dude. For like brand new players, that's my next video. I didn't give up. I got more videos coming your way. I'm going to work on an update for the new player experience, the new player guide. We got to talk about Valkyrie. We got to talk about Gore and people leaving him alone. Like, don't start investing in Gore on a brand new account. He's not the one. Luna Snow, where to put these CTPs, the fact that new players can pull New Avengers number 9 out of a legendary battle, Luna Snow out of the agent guide, and White Fox out of the card crafting quest is insane. That gives you 3 out of the 5 cards right out the gate. Anyways, for brand new players for the hybrid proc set, cool stuff. I got an update. We got to make it. We'll make it. Yo, thanks for the jewels, Ron. Let's go. Those things are so weird, though. I can't even tell. Like, what does that say? Flows? Flow Rider? I don't know what that says. But W Ron indeed. I don't think I can look at anything else, bro. Apologies. Nano Gaming. Thanks for coming by the stream. I'm toast, man. I gotta get out of here. Speaking of toast, I need some. So yeah, your alliance battle is almost there. Moon Knight? Thought I saw another speed hero. No, yeah, so Moon Knight technically for speed hero male. It's like 1 day because you have other stuff. And then speed villain. You have Miles. You don't need the other guys. You don't need them, but you could get them for slightly better scores. But I wouldn't do that. I would just go with maybe your guy Ares and keep doing what you're doing, which is investing in the big bad boys. Tier 4 your Kang, tier 4 your Null, tier 4 your Gore. It's up to you. You can. You're just gonna leave Moon Knight at 80. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's a priority over these PvP characters and stuff. I don't know if you're gonna make it to characters like Silver Surfer for PvP before it's not worth it, if that makes sense. It's an expensive uniform, and I'm not sure if you have so many other things you need to build. By the time you get to Silver Surfer, are we gonna have Molecule Man and some other big PvP native tier 2, you know what I mean, that's gonna make him like irrelevant? I'd hate to see you build a character that expensive for it to just not be worth it in the end. And I have a feeling that's maybe part of why you haven't picked up his uniform yet, because he's kind of at risk of just falling further off than he already has. Of course, you could consider Odin, big scores, but like a lot of the rest of us, you already have Loki, so it's up to you. You know, this may be bad advice. No, it's not bad advice, but like kind of weird. But I think just really focus. Because you have a lot of characters that need like various upgrades. So just kind of stay the path with like Kang. Really, dude, is it just those guys? I don't know if you need Kid Omega, but Kang, maybe Kid Omega, I would tier 4 Moon Knight myself, especially if you're going to give him a CTP. I don't ever think it's worth, if you give him a CTP, take him to tier 4, right? Like, what's the point? Level 80 with a CTP. But you got other priorities, right? So. All right, man. Any other specific questions for your roster real quick before I get out of here? Oh, yeah, I would say so. Valkyrie's value just depends on what you have. But yeah, she's like, I think she's the second best scorer for combat female next to Crescent. And unless something has changed, Bob was actually able to get an increased score using her with swap play with Crescent. So it's a really good uni. Prod by Rosie, I see you, but I don't really have a list. I just sort of take small lists when I'm doing account help, and we are done for today. But I'll do a couple more accounts probably tomorrow, and then Mondays are usually the day we do like a big list like today, where I basically talk until I lose my voice. All right, Ron. Have a good one, bro. Thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate you, dude. You have a Mighty Rage. You could do like, I mean, maybe Ares. What are you doing? Let me go check his value again. I'm like, immediately my mind goes to Ares or Kid Omega, but let's check your... Yeah, like a Mighty Rage. Like Wanda wants a Mighty Rage, man. Loki wants a Mighty Rage. I just don't know how you feel about unequipping a regular rage to equip a Mighty Rage, as opposed to just like equipping the Mighty Rage on someone else and just using your next rage to forge a Mighty Rage. That makes sense? It depends on how you feel about your crystals. If you don't mind unequipping a CTP, unequip like Loki or Wanda's regular and give them a Mighty. If I was piloting because I'm free to play, I would just put the Mighty on like Ares or save it for the next big Alliance battle character or Kid Omega. And then the next two regular rages I would just make Mighties for Wanda and Loki, because you basically got a rage, I think, on everyone that needs one. In fact, if you're going to, in fact, while we're spitting facts out of our fax machine, I would maybe unequip this if I was unequipping anything when I get a comp for her, and then make a Mighty Rage. Right? If I was to unequip anything, it would probably be to get this out of the way. But that's based on what other people are telling me about how a CTP of Rage works for Luna. If you're getting good results with the CTP of Rage, don't worry about it. For sure. What are you running for combat female? Because Valkyrie tier 4 may be in something you want to put on your radar. You don't have Crescent, so you have like nothing. So Valkyrie tier 4 really is looking like a pretty good option for a lot of things. Frankfurter mentioning it again got me thinking, so something you can consider. As far as where to put that Mighty Rage right now, your options are basically that. You can either equip it to one of these characters that you obviously don't really want to equip it to for fair reasons, or you can move a regular Rage out of the way to make room for a Mighty. I tend to lean towards the first option, where you just equip it to like Kid Omega or Ares, and then work on making Mighty Rages for these. No, and what's sad, dude, is I actually really like Crescent. Like, I like Io. Just the whole Spirit Bear thing is really cool for me, but they just can't seem to make her very good. And then they did make her okay and decided to put her behind a paywall. Interesting choice, right? What can you do? Yeah, I'll tell you what we never did was our Morbius, huh? Do we have Morbius? Are we Morbing? I believe we are Morbin, but we're just tier 1 Morbin. We're not tier 2 Morbin. Yeah. Right. No need. Last one. Yes, let's go. Bros, I literally think we have like 5 or 7 characters left in this entire list that we actually need. So always nice to land on one. Alright. Screw it, I gotta go. Let's just knock out 2 of those. Okay. And then we can grab our gold. We can grab our gold. Did I do Alliance Battle? Yeah, we did. Crazy. There we go. And you guys want to make quality of life changes? Make it so the dispatch rewards just come up in one big splash. Bang! Be quick. And let's go into our roster. And before we go, I'll do a little more work here. So we just got to do skills, right? Bam. Do that one. And then I think that... Oh, we still got 4 million gold. Willy, willy, well. No, we don't. There you go. So tomorrow, guys, Gore Day. Let's go. I think we are looking at Tier 4 Gore tomorrow. Awesome stuff. All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out today. I had a good time. It was a good day today. Snagged a brilliant CTP of Greed. Our first Brilly on the account. Massive W. I have been struggling a bit, but we're doing good. Like keeping my head in the game, you know what I mean? After 475 days, we've officially reached, I wouldn't say major burnout or anything, but life is picking up heavily, and it is making it hard to put any extra focus on the game and stuff. So thanks for your patience if I seem kind of like a space cadet. And thanks for your patience with the other content besides the live stream. It's going to take a little longer, but I have not forgotten it. So yeah, thanks. If you guys enjoyed the stream today, had a good time, maybe you picked up some tips, go ahead, hit that like button, helps us out. If you want to see more of this live stream series, well, you're in luck, my friends. We do it every day except for Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell for alerts about those. I'm Old and Gray. This is Free to Play, and I hope you all have a spectacular day, and we'll see you on the next one for Tier 4 Gore. Let's go, boyos. Take care, everybody.